Getting closer to a Game 2 tonight in Raleigh. Stanley Cup Final as the Golden Knights and Hurricanes skate again. Vegas is up 1-0 Face-off just after 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Game 2 of the NBA Finals is tomorrow night in San Antonio. Looking back on last night's Game 1, the NBA said they gave a lifetime ban to the fan that ran on the court trying to get a selfie with Spurs center Victor Wembanyama. The league also confirmed another person connected to the incident received a lifetime ban, and the league is reportedly investigating the behavior of some Spurs fans who directed comments towards Knicks guard Jalen Brunson during last night's Game 1. That from NBA insider Chris Haynes. President Trump confirmed he'll attend Game 3 of the NBA Finals on Monday night at Madison Square Garden in New York City. The Green Bay Packers and wide receiver Christian Watson agreed on a 4-year extension worth $110 million. Phillies beat the Padres today 6-4. Yankees edged the Guardians 2-1. I'm Dan Byer.
Elijah, put the camera on me.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Password.
Ack, a dack, dack, a ack.
Enter, brother.
That's right. Come on in. With that password, you now have full access to this very fine radio program for the next 3 hours.
Not 2, not 3, not 4.
Thank you, LeBron.
Not 5, not 6.
No matter how you listen in, Fox Sports Radio. Ding. FoxSportsRadio.com. The iHeartRadio app. SiriusXM Channel 83.
Wow.
And now, live
We'll do it live.
on YouTube.
Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Do
it.
Thank you, Bill.
Just do it.
Say my name.
Rob Parker.
Say his name.
Kelvin Washington.
We are indeed the odd couple on this TV theme song Thursday. And guess what? We'll need your phone number. You'll need our phone number, I should say.
No, Rob, give me yours.
There you go. Because
Who we calling? Just have them pages. They can beep us.
there you go. Beep us. There you go. We are, without question, the most listener-friendly national sports talk radio show on the planet.
Byer and Bolaños.
On the planet.
Rich and Covino.
On the
Almost.
planet.
The Stugatz Company.
One more. Here you
On
go.
the planet.
There you go.
There you go. At least, sorry, when people are still awake. Sorry about that, Ben.
Yes.
Hey,
He knows
you know
At
what?
this point.
I was texting with Ben and Aaron today.
Of course, Aaron.
Of course, somehow she got in it.
Yeah, she
And
was-
had no reason to be in it, but you just had to include her. But go ahead.
Yes. I did text with them. So
I'm sorry, Ben. It's just when I tagged your
let's
name,
go
it was
back.
a group
So
chat.
Yeah, so explain to us why it's a group chat, Rob. Help us understand that.
Because I'm friends with both of them. They're both friendly. I'm both friendly with both Aaron and Ben.
Okay.
That's all.
No, but we don't question that. But if you were saying, hey, Ben, shot you an email, what does she got to be included for?
No, because it was our Wemby song, and I wanted to
Okay.
share it with both of them, and they both loved it. Ben
So you
and
had to
Aaron.
include her. You're like, look how talented I am. I'm more talented than
Kelvin
Ben.
is kind of weird because I just added her, but she added Ben, so it was okay.
Everybody knows it's Aaron.
Everyone knows it's Wemby. And if you didn't hear our song, you will hear it in about 45 minutes during Shekel City. We're
I
going
didn't
to
sign up for that.
replay it. And you know what? Even Chris Broussard gave us a retweet. He loved it. There you go. So here we go. Thank you,
Finally
Chris.
paid him your wings or something?
Yeah,
Give
something
you your
like
wings
that.
if you repost it.
There you go. All right. Write it down. Commit it to memory. 877-99 on Fox. For you laymen out there, 877-996-6369.
It's not trigonometry.
If you can't figure out the letters and numbers. And if you hear feedback on the line when you do call in, it's your own fault. It means only one thing.
You forgot to turn down the radio.
And if you call in here, I have a problem with what we say to you. Tough. Because?
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. Do you have a problem? Turn off your station.
And with all that said, always remember
The Odd Couple was filmed in front of a live audience.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Big show. Let me welcome in my co-host. He is
Kelvin Washington. You ain't lying, Big Show, man. We got a lot going on today. We got great topics. We got guests. We got games, or not games, but shop talk. We got a lot of stuff going on today, man.
No doubt. Big day. Game 1 in the books of the NBA Finals.
Our Knicks, Rob.
You know, that's right. Your Knicks.
Go New York, go New York, go.
Got game 1. We're going to get into all of that. Kelvin loves what they get the magic formula or whatever, so we'll talk about that. I'll talk about the Spurs in hour number 2. We'll give you a little bit more insight on what I think with that after I tear down this Knicks story from Kelvin. I'm just saying. All right, so I should say you might be watching us on YouTube. If you're not and just listening to us, you can as well watch us on YouTube. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. It's real simple. Hit the thumbs up icon as well. Comment away. Again, if you want to watch the program live, we're on YouTube every night. A lot of people watch. Your opportunity. It's really simple. Just go and check out the YouTube channel and search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. So we got that and much more. But first, let's welcome in the Odd Couple crew because, Kelvin, as you know, we wouldn't be able to do this fine radio program without him. Alex is our engineer.
Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain.
Brandon is our producer today. Brandon, what's up? How are you?
I'm doing well.
In for Rob G.
Hey, Rob, that's a whole lot of protein in that other side across the glass. Alex and Brandon, man, that is nothing but protein, and look at that.
The only problem when those two guys work together, I think their muscles touch. So that's the only problem. Their arms are so big.
That's not all that touches, Rob.
Yeah, that's just sounded.
Oh, God.
You gave Alex a whole new one.
Rob,
that's
caution.
But what's funny is they're two totally different type of dudes, though.
Yeah.
It's funny. Two totally different type of dudes, but shout out to
Why are you
B.
trying to
Shout out
say,
Alex.
like, Brandon is what, straight lace, buttoned up? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he's more, he's a certain type of train of thought, and Alex is like way out on the deep end, like, whoa. But it's good because they just listen, they both know what I'm talking about. Alex, I've been in there when they go at it. Well, but you got to understand, man, it's like, whoa, we got to think of the deep side of the whoa. So it gets deep in there.
Hey, so Dan Byer, is Dan, are you working? He's at the anchor desk. He'll keep us updated. Oh, Monty's coming.
Monty's,
okay.
yeah.
All right, I was wondering.
I quit this show. I quit the Odd Couple right now. I'm done.
I know.
I'm done.
You and everybody else. Dan hates the Odd Couple.
Wow.
He threw up in his mouth doing that update.
50% of the Odd Couple.
Oh.
All right.
Wow.
I hope I'm on that 50.
No,
I just won't say which one.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I love you both.
I already know what
All
side.
right, Dan's got 9 holes to get to before the night closes. Go golf, Dan.
You know, Dan and I have something in common, but I won't say it on the air. I'm just saying.
Rob, caution.
Hold on. Now I got to do some math and think about this. All right. Now I got to try to read your lips.
Hey, Rob, let me turn your mic on.
Magic City Thursday.
Okay. Oh, Alex, tell me what he said in my ear.
All right.
Oh, jeez. Alex, tell me what he said.
I'll turn your ear.
All right. And, of course, our social media guru.
Oh, boy.
Never heard of him.
Elijah, yes, indeed.
Who?
So you said he's coming to Atlanta with you.
Yes, okay, all right.
Rob, just so you know, Dan Byer says he never misses the show.
Yes, I know. He never misses the Odd Couple. I get it. All right.
Do we name everybody?
Yes, everybody is present and accounted for. All right, so last night, game 1, and, we watched the first half together.
Yep.
And, the Spurs got off to a good start, got up by 14, 7 at the half, 14 in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
Wemby sat down. Knicks go on an 11-0 run. Before you know it, you got a ball game, and the Knicks come out on top. Kelvin, what was your takeaway on the Knickerbockers?
Yeah, Rob, I watched the game. Like you said, we watched about the first half together, and then obviously I watched the second half solo,
right.
and I was really dissected. Okay, a couple of things that we'll get more to the other hour. My view on the Spurs.
Right. Let's do it separate.
Yep. But that makes me like, okay, what am I seeing here from them? Okay, check. Then I started looking at the Knicks end of it. I'm like, okay, what am I seeing? And a couple of things came to mind, Rob. Number one, the Knicks, that game was eerily similar to what we saw with the game 1 of the Cavs in that the Knicks not quite on point. They're playing well, but they seem to be a little rusty. And then it's like something clicks and they get it going and they're able to find like the groove and take off from there. And so I'm watching the game and I'm figuring out different strategies. I'm looking at different lineups, and all of a sudden I start to think, man, the Knicks may have the formula for Wemby. Now, Wemby is a great player. He's going to have some games, but they throw something out at him differently than what the Thunder could throw out at him. And what the Thunder couldn't throw out of him, and you thought you could if you're the Thunder, saying, hey, we got a third-team All-NBA guy, a first-team All-Defensive guy, and Chet Holmgren. I call him Set because he ain't got no H in his name because he ain't had no heart in Game 7. So the difference is the way they can come out with Karl-Anthony Towns and actually make Wemby guard an individual. Not guard as he gets to be a free safety, kind of walk around, run around, block a shot, be a second-man defender, a help defender. He has to guard Karl-Anthony Towns, and Karl-Anthony Towns was blowing by him off the dribble. Karl-Anthony Towns was able to get him in a little bit of foul trouble, get a couple of fouls on him. Karl-Anthony Towns stretches the floor when the Knicks need to because he can stay all the way deep for three, and he ain't set. That's right, Set, not Chet. He'll shoot the three, and Wemby had to respect that, and we all know Karl-Anthony Towns has a quick release. So he all of a sudden, I'm looking at this like, man, this is a huge matchup advantage. Not that he's better than Wemby, but what he provides for the Knicks versus what Set couldn't provide for the Thunder. So that's the thing I'm looking at. You watch also how he's defending Wemby. Wemby was 2 for 12 when Karl-Anthony Towns was guarding him. Do I expect that every game? No, but I have the luxury, if I'm the Knicks, of putting him on him when really their original goal was to put OG on him, who has the best plus-minus of anybody in the entire league of guarding Wemby throughout the season. So that actually is the game plan for the Knicks, but they had an advantage with Cat, and they rolled with it, and it worked to the tune of obviously a 10-point victory. So I watched that. I was like, they have a formula to make this a difficult series, both offensively and defensively for Wemby. He's going to have a game or two. He's Wemby if it goes 5, 6, 7. But the idea that, this is not the Thunder and that he has to guard him. He's not Hartenstein. I don't really have to guard him. Chet is self-check all of a sudden. He forgot how to play basketball. So that's the one main takeaway. And then lastly, of course, Jalen Brunson is the absolute closer. He is the absolute just shark, smells blood. He's coming to take a team out, in this case, the Spurs. He didn't shoot great in the first half, but what I love about him is the relentlessness. A lot of guys need to learn this. It ain't going. I'm getting the shots I like, but they're not falling. I'm going to get this thing going in the second half, and he did, to the tune of course, 20-something points in the second half, more specifically 13 in the fourth. He was cooking, just like he did against the Cavs in that game one when they got rolling. We know he's their closer, and I love that they have an identity. Josh Hart can say, man, like he said, it's like I'm a servant to this team. I take it like my faith. I'm a servant to my faith. I'm a servant to this team is what he said. He can do whatever they need. Bridges can do whatever they need. OG can do whatever they need. And then Karl-Anthony Towns providing buckets and defense and Brunson closing it out. They have the formula to be able to beat this Spurs team. It's going to be difficult. I said it'll take 7. Who knows? Could be a little sooner. But they have the formula to get it done, Rob. I seen it.
Yeah, I think Wemby has done a number against the Knicks in the past. That was one of those games, and I'll get to the Spurs side. Mm-hmm. As the Knicks, they got great. They were very fortunate in this from the standpoint of, you're right, as far as Brunson, 30 points on 31 shots. Like, not really.
Ain't the most efficient.
No, not efficient at all, but it doesn't matter if you can get it at the end. And I think so. Also, remember, I think you had mentioned it, that the Knicks were off. Obviously, they had a sweep, and I think it caught up with the Spurs, you know what I mean, later on in the game. And I think
I'll give you that.
Yeah, I just think that, you know what I mean, it caught up with them. They started missing shots and turn the ball over, and you got to figure out when Wemby's out, even on a bad night, you got to be able to maintain. You can't be up 13, Wemby goes out, and then you give up 11 straight points. Like, that defeats the whole purpose of building up.
That's something they're going to have to figure out, Rock, because they did that last series too. Like,
you can't do
that. He goes to sit down for 5 minutes.
And I get about how good he is, but still, and I'm not saying you're going to pitch a shutout or anything, but there you are. But the Knicks do what they've got to do, which is the whole idea is to be able to steal a game on the road, put the young team on its heels, But I've just watched too much NBA basketball, and one game doesn't determine anything in the NBA. We've talked about it a million times. Teams have been up 2-0, you know what I mean, and don't win series. You say, well, it's hard to win 4 out of 5. Plenty of teams have won 4 out of 5 being down 0-2. Not something that the Spurs want to get to. But anyway, the Knicks, they did what they needed to do. They persevered because they at one point, I'm sure when they were down 14 in the third quarter, you were like, don't look good here, right?
The only thing I will say is they just have, specifically having Brunson, where they just need a 3-minute run. And 3-minute run, and they can get that thing down to 5 and be getting into the 4th. And Rob, I'll say this too. Me and you have talked about it. Rob G always kept posing the question, throwing out the numbers, and we both kind of agreed like, hey, they're a good team, but the numbers may have them projected way too great. We both agreed on that. And I will say maybe we got to put some respect on their name in that I can't help that, I didn't have these world beater teams that I had to smack up, but I did my part by beating them all by an average of 24 points. I've won, 11, 12 games in a row. 12 games in a row, and I haven't lost in over 40-plus days. I mean, at a certain point, it's like, what else can I do? Like, I'm showing you. Okay, play a Western Conference team. I did. I beat them by 10 on the road. Like, what more do you want from me, NBA fans? I think they have the right to question that at this point. Like, I've done everything. I didn't barely beat teams or let lesser teams stick around.
I don't think it's about – I mean, I know you're bigger into that because to me in the playoffs, it's win and move on. Like, whether it's big or small, it's about winning games, and I get it.
Right, but I guess what I'm saying, saying like when you look – two, I give you that, but they've beaten – Like, I know, the team, but pick the game.
Right, but that's the argument that those other teams didn't really put up a fight. And I know they beat Wemby and them. Wemby had a terrible game, 6 for 21, and the Knicks won by 9. Or you know what? They didn't blow them out when Wemby shooting 6 for 21. That's the part you look at, and we'll talk about that in hour 2. But right now, hour 1, where are you on the Knicks? Impressed? What you expected? Stunned? The Knicks got this. It's a 4-game sweep. Give us your thoughts on the Knicks only. What did you get? What did you take away from this about the Knicks? Are they on their way to their first NBA championship since Moby Dick was a guppy? 877-99 on Fox.
Hey, Alex, that's got to be a drinking game. And throughout the Odd Couple show, every time Rob says that, you got to take a shot.
Oh,
How
man.
drunk are people going to be
drunk,
Alex?
right?
Oh, man. If we talk about the Knicks even more, we'll be done by hour 2.
All right.
Oh, boy.
877-99 on Fox. It is the Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, and we value your calls. This is not a damn podcast. This is a radio show that's live. Call in. We want to hear from you. We value your opinion. It is the Odd Couple.
The radio.
Stick and
radio.
Stay.
If you also celebrate our Knicks in 4 in the US of A.
Wow.
Hey, Alex, I need you to go get that LL Cool J radio, too.
I
Wait
got
out
you.
my radio. Go get that for us. All right, check it out. If you're skilled in manufacturing, your next job shouldn't be hard to find, and it shouldn't slow your career down. So Express Employment Professionals, that they do is they connect skilled workers with contract and full-time manufacturing jobs at companies that need talent, and they do it right now. So go to expresspros.com to find a location near you. Your local Express office understands manufacturing and works with companies at every level of production. So what that means is it's real opportunities for machinists, welders, assemblers, quality control inspectors, maintenance technicians, production managers, and more. So when you turn to Express Employment Professionals for your job search, you're working with a staffing leader in manufacturing backed by global resources with local teams who know the industry and the employers in your community. So whether you're looking to build your skills, take the next step in your career, or find a new opportunity in manufacturing, Express is ready to help connect you when you're needed most. The online job search can be frustrating, a black hole of applications, so call your local Express office to put people back in the hiring process. Visit expresspros.com to find your local Express Employment Professionals office today.
Jalen Brunson was talking about his team. And one of the things that he said that he took the most pride in is the winning culture they have there with the Knicks. And he said that it, quote, starts with Mr. Dolan. Rob, do you agree?
And I could not disagree more. In fact, I'm not going to be the only one, but there'll be others. And I get it. New York is in an uproar in a good way, a frenzy. First time in 27 years they have a team in the NBA. I get all that, and fans might not care that much, Kelvin, but James Dolan is a reason not to root for the Knicks. From the standpoint that you don't want to see a bad guy, bad owner for most of his career there, owning the team, win. And I think that there's something about that. And I'll never forget, I don't care what anybody says, the way that James Dolan treated Charles Oakley, who was a guy that I covered when I was a Knick beat writer back in the 90s. I saw that guy dive into more crowds, more scorers tables, to get loose balls, to do whatever he could to win. Everybody always said it was a shame that Patrick Ewing never won a championship. I'll tell you, it's a shame that Charles Oakley never won a championship. Nobody that I ever covered or saw in the NBA played as hard and gave of themselves more than Charles Oakley. And James Dolan, with his ego in the way, instead of looking at Charles Oakley as a fan favorite and trying to work out their differences, had Charles Oakley thrown out of Madison Square Garden. Thrown out like a bum, like he didn't matter. And I can never forget that and never look at James Dolan again and think to myself, there's a great owner. That'll be great to see James Dolan holding up the Larry O'Brien trophy and smiling and drinking champagne and smoking a cigar and talking about how great it is. And the other part is the Knicks have been bad for a long time, and he's been at the helm of it. And yes, things have turned around. They're in the finals. I guess for most fans, it's all going to be forgotten. You know, they're just happy and schmappy and all that because the Knicks are in the finals. I'm not one to quickly forget. I am on the record. I do not want to see James Dolan, the owner of the Knicks, win an NBA championship. He doesn't deserve it. He's been a bad owner, a bad guy to fans, had fans thrown out, and had one of the all-time fan favorites in Charles Oakley thrown out of Madison Square Garden like a bum. And I can't unsee that.
Well, let me just add to the list. Speaking of lists, he's got a blacklist, man. The New York Times did a really good piece on this some time ago, and I listened to the pod about it. And he's so petty. You know, we got Fetty Wap, we got Petty Wap. I mean, listen to what this. We got Tom Petty, James Petty, what I'm going to call him. Listen to what he would also do to add to what you were saying, Rob. So there would be a blacklist for lawyers who ever had lawsuits against him in any of his businesses. So they would come not even just to a Knick game, Rob. They would come to Madison Square Garden. You know this. There's concerts, there's plays, there's operas. And they would come in there, and they have facial recognition right now, the technology. So these lawyers who are maybe suing him for their client about something will walk in, their facial recognition would get binged, and they would get escorted out. Literally, this happens all the time for lawyers who oppose him, any of his businesses, who are suing him for something. Like, how petty is that? I bought my tickets to go to a concert, to an orchestra, to an opera, to a whatever, and I can't get in. Not to mention, you mentioned the Charles Oakley. And as well as this, too, he even goes on social media sites, and if teenagers, young college students blast the Knicks, talk about him, you know what he does? He has them monitored and those folks to make sure they can't come to the games as well. So I can't root for a guy that's that petty. We talked about this yesterday. Wembanyama, you want to be the face of the league, there's going to be criticism. There's going to be bad games, and it's going to be time you got to stand in front of the media and say, hey, I didn't bring it today. The team didn't play well. You can't only do it when it's gloating about you and it's all praises. Well, James Dolan, part of being an owner is, People are going to be mad at you. Fans aren't going to be happy, and especially when you've done terrible things and run the organization as they've run it since he's had it. Now, what I will credit him for was finally hiring somebody who has had some competency with Leon Rose, who was the president of basketball for the Knicks.
Cincinnati, WKRP. Down, unpacking. Down, up and down the dial.
Maybe you and me were never meant to be. Just maybe think of me once in a while. Where they at, Rob?
I'm at WKRP in Cincinnati.
WKRP in
Cincinnati. That's the remix.
WKRP in Alex, I'm going to sample it. Alex, I got to get back into making beats.
You know what?
Let's make a beat.
I thought that was James Brown did that because it was sampled so many times.
That's true.
How about that?
The James Brown estate is eating.
They sampled all of his music.
Kelvin, you saw what I did with Rob yesterday. Imagine what I could do with you.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Did I ever let you hear my beats, Alex?
No.
I don't remember. All right, we got to work on that. All right, it is The Odd Couple.
Let's
Rob
get in
Parker,
there. We got a lot of
Kelvin
people
Washington on a TV things on Thursday. Clearly, you heard WKRP in Cincinnati. Hey, we got Mark Stein coming up here in about 5 minutes or so. Looking forward to that. By the way, tired of endless job search? With Express Employment Professionals, one application connects you to multiple jobs, and job seekers never pay a fee. So get weekly pay, local support, and real opportunities. Visit expresspros.com today. That is expresspros.com. All right, I think the Knicks have the formula to beat the Spurs. I synced it in game one. Rob says easy there. What say you? 877-99 on Fox. Who we got, Rob?
All right, Peter in Honolulu. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Peter?
Hey, what's up, guys? The Knicks, they haven't played in 10 days, and they looked rusty, and they had bad shooting nights and won by 10. Brunson, you think Brunson's going to shoot like that again? And Bridges and Josh Hart and even Landry.
You think Wemby's going to shoot 6 for 21 and Fox play as poorly as he played again?
I think that the grown men and the 22-year-old kid, the grown 30-year-old men are going to body him and bully him again.
We'll see. We'll see what kind of whistle happens. We'll see what happens.
Unless David Robinson and Tim Duncan teach him how to play in the low post overnight, San Antonio's in trouble. Because who else are they going to have to score? Unless Dylan comes through and starts lighting it up for a lot more.
Yeah, I got something to say about that, though. Mitch Johnson, the coach for the Spurs, was tripping. I'll say that for next hour, Rob. But Mitch Johnson, their coach, was tripping a little bit with some. I didn't like something he did for the Spurs. We'll talk about that.
All right. How about Lightning Rod in Detroit? You're on the Odd Couple.
The movie Cars is going on?
Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Lightning?
What's happening? Yeah, I am from Detroit, but part of my spirit is a New Yorker, and I'm rolling with them all the way. They most definitely got the formula. And what I noticed yesterday, they got a Fab Five. Bro, each one of them dudes has the potential to be Hall of Famers, man.
Nah, I think you pumped the brakes on that.
Okay.
Come on.
Hold on. I know you in Detroit, Motor City. I'm going to need you to hit that anti-lock brake real quick. Hold on
now. About that, Rob, and I'm going to challenge you on that, Rob.
Okay, so no. You hit me up.
They got a Fab Five.
No. You said Hall of Famers, all 5 of them. You hit me up when all of them go into the Hall of Fame. They're not. No. No, stop.
Listen,
come on. They're not even first team. They got to win first. Come on, stop.
They're going to send a Frenchman. Okay. They're going to send a Frenchman back packing.
Okay.
And Rob, something you didn't know, I'm also known as Super Racide.
Okay. I remember you. Thanks for calling. We appreciate you.
Get the radio station
Thank
going back
you.
to Detroit,
Okay.
man,
I
along with Jalen
appreciate it.
Rose.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. 877-99 on Fox. It's okay to be a Knick guy and all that. Come on, man.
No, Hall of Fame.
Everybody's in the Hall of Fame now and all this other stuff.
The only argument that just hit me, Rob, is me. What do we always say? It's the basketball, not NBA. And 3 of them got college championships. A couple of them got 2 from Villanova. So there is an element of that. Does Cal have one too? I think. Yeah. You know what? They might mess around and do it simply based off college, Rob.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Everybody can't get in. You know, a lot of people win college. Everybody can't get into the Hall of Fame. David. Oh, you got David still, right? David in Virginia Beach?
Yeah, we got David.
All right, David, you're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, David?
I'm right here. Shout out, Rob, Kelvin, first time calling.
Thank
Rob,
you.
Want to know, listen, what do the Knicks got to do? What do they got to do to
Don't worry about me. I want you to give your opinion. Everybody doesn't have to be on board with the Knicks. This is why when fans do this, what do you care about what I think? Tell me what you think about the Knicks and what you saw if you disagree with me. Because you know why? No, let me say this to you. Because the same thing, no matter where I've worked, I hear the same thing. Oh, why do you hate the Lions so much? When I said they didn't make the playoffs, nobody called in. The Pistons, why do you hate the Pistons? They won the first 2 games against Cleveland. I still pick Cleveland. They didn't win. Not one fan called in and said, Rob, you know what? You were right. So I don't understand it. Just say what you have to say. What are you pushing back against? What did I say tonight because I picked Wemby? I don't understand it.
I got
he
one.
Got you fired up, Rob.
What's the issue? What's the issue? I'm asking you, what's the issue?
There's no issue. You're a subject matter expert, so I just want to know what do they have to do? What do they have to do? You being a subject matter expert.
Lose the next 4 games and then you call me back. How's that?
I'll tell you why he called you, Rob.
How's that?
Rob,
How's that?
He called you because you said, I'll believe it when the Knicks get in the first quarter of the finals. And you still didn't want to give him the credit. That's why he called you, Rob. He's trying to listen to you. He said, dang, Rob, you said you would acknowledge him then.
They don't call when I'm right. Alex,
Rob,
have you ever gotten the call? They don't call.
Rob,
They don't call.
Don't do that.
No,
they
don't
called because
call.
I had to eat my crow. I had to eat my crow when the Lions sucked. And everybody called, Rob, you on fire, Rob. Rob, this your season, Rob. Rob, you've never been this right, Rob.
What you don't get is that was against you. That wasn't
no, don't do that. They was bigger.
They were
Rob,
for you.
Man, Rob, you on fire, Rob. Rob, you need to play some bets, Rob. Man, Rob.
All right, we got don't eat into Monty's time and don't eat into Mark Stein's time.
Mark Stein up next, Monty now.
All right, guys. No NBA Finals game today. Game 3 will be tomorrow, Friday, and President Trump is supposed to attend Game 3 on Monday night at Madison Square Garden. But Game 2 tomorrow, Friday in San Antonio.
So wait a minute, Charles Oakley can't come, but okay, go ahead.
The NBA has given a lifetime ban to the fan who ran onto the court during last night's Game 1 in San Antonio to get a selfie with Wemby. Another person connected to the incident also received a lifetime ban from the league. Mark Stein, who you're about to talk to, says that the Mavericks have had internal discussions about possibly pursuing Michigan's Dusty May and Duke's John Shire for their head coaching vacancy. The Stanley Cup final continues tonight, fellas. Game 2, Golden Knights and Hurricanes. The puck is going to drop at 8 Eastern. In NFL news, Green Bay Packers have given wide receiver Christian Watson a 4-year extension worth $110 million with $31 million guaranteed. And Pro Football Talk does have a story that the Rams have worked through a 5-year deal with Myles Garrett, but there are no details yet on the numbers. When it comes to Major League Baseball, some of the games that have wrapped up, well, the Phillies defeated the Padres 6-4. Orioles took down the Red Sox 8-2. Yankees over the Guardians 2-1. And the Giants outscored the Brewers 12-9. Back to you guys.
Monty, thank you.
Yes.
Appreciate it. It's the Odd Couple. Yeah. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. Professional truck and bus drivers train for thousands of miles, but even the best drivers need more space to maneuver their long vehicle around a tight corner. So hang back, give them some extra room to turn safely. Stay clear, stay safe. America's pros rely on you, paid for by FMC SA. Joined now by our guy, Mark Stein, NBA reporter, Mike Stein, markstein.substack.com. Make sure you check him out there as well. Mark, what's up, man?
Gents, how we doing?
I'm good. How are you? You're breaking news down there in Dallas. Tell us about it. What's going on with the Mavericks?
Well, they've got one of the 3 coaching openings, so they're looking at a lot of people. They just kind of started their search. They've ramped it up here. They've got a lot of names they're looking at. Anyone specific you guys want to talk about?
How about Michigan's coach?
Yeah, what's up with that? You know, I'm from Ann Arbor. I don't like to hear that. Come on now.
No, he just won a national championship. Why shouldn't he be looked
Come
at?
on, double up. Get another one.
Basically, what I reported is, they've had some exploratory talks with Dusty May and John Shire. It's too soon to say that they're full-fledged candidates, but, they're looking at every aspect of the coaching business, coaches within the NBA. Look, the Dusty May talk, I heard it with Orlando, too, earlier this spring. But, again, this is interest. I definitely don't think John Shire is leaving Duke. And why would Dusty May want to leave Michigan, where he just won a national championship and where he's king, unless, look, I don't know Dusty May. I don't cover the college game, obviously. Does he have strong interest in coming to the NBA? Is that something that would really tempt him? I think only he knows that. But I think the Mavericks are, they've only had an opening here for a couple of weeks, and I think they're still in the mode of checking all the options.
What was the big pushing point on getting Jason Kidd out of there? Is just because you got a new president and team president and general manager wants to bring his own guy in? Is that it?
Look, it is surprising because if you watch what happened with Masai Ujiri when he took over the Denver Nuggets and when he took over the Toronto Raptors, he kept the coaches there in place for a total of 8 seasons between George Karl, all 3 years that Masai Ujiri ran the Nuggets front office. George Karl remained as coach. He kept Dwayne Casey in place for 5 full years when he first took over the Raptors. So it is a little surprising that they've decided to make an immediate change. But I think also there was around the league skepticism. Would there be room for 2 huge personalities? And the consistent word from Masai Ujiri since he took over is they want a clean slate. They want to start completely over. But my question is, the Cooper Flagg, who the Mavs, of course, they got Cooper Flagg via a miracle in last year's lottery. It's been a lot of change thrown at this young man since he became a Maverick. So, he's going to, next season, Cooper Flagg will have his second NBA coach. And if you count the 2 interim GMs he had, he's on his 4th GM. It's a lot for the Rookie of the Year.
Yeah. Hey, let's go to the Game 1 NBA Finals. Obviously, Knicks get a big win on the road to start this thing off. Just your takeaways. I felt like, man, the way they utilized Karl Anthony Towns on both sides at Wemby, making him guard, and then also making him, with Cat Bling, making him 2 for 12 on the defensive end. What'd you make of that?
Yeah, Cat's had bigger games statistically, but given the stakes, I don't know that he's ever played a better game as well as he played against Victor Wembanyama, who obviously is, the Spurs going into Game 1, regular season and playoffs, they were 39-5 in the last 44 games that Wemby played at least 20 minutes. They don't lose very often when Victor Wembanyama is out there. And I thought you saw that, that is, if Cat could consistently play at that level, he would be talked about much differently, because he can not only shoot it as a big man, he can really move as a big man. And he attacked the rim and attacked Victor Wembanyama in ways that, let's face it, Oklahoma City did not. Chet Holmgren did not. So now the question will be, if can Cat stay out of foul trouble and keep doing that? Victor Wembanyama, historically, when a game doesn't go his way, he tends to bounce back in a huge way.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to surprise no one if he has a great game and San Antonio wins Game 2. But, you have to say, the Knicks have not lost a game of any kind to anyone since April 23rd, and it's June 4th. It's been a long time since they've lost a game. They are a team that is just, they have so much confidence. They went into Game 1 of the finals with 8 days off and, chipped the rust off pretty impressively. So the Spurs have a lot of work to do. They've got to win game 2. I mean, they've got to even this thing up before it goes back to New York.
Sure. You don't want to fall into an 0-2 hole, but the Spurs, for a young team, I've always been impressed to be able to go into Game 7 on the road, beat the defending champs. There's a lot of stuff I like about this young team, and you're right about Wemby bouncing back. And again, defensively, Mark, you know you've covered this league as long as I have. Cat might have gotten away with a few calls, you know what I mean, or defensively. And you know how it changes. You get 2 quick fouls in the first quarter, changes the entire game.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the most important stat for Karl Anthony Towns, he only had 4 fouls.
Exactly.
I mean, he could easily have 3 early tomorrow. But, look, the Knicks have been they are on an unbelievable run. I mean, they've won 12 playoff games in a row. We've seen that 2 other times. The year that Golden State almost went to the playoffs unbeaten, their first year with Durant. And believe it or not, the Spurs in 99 won 12 in a row at one point. That's it. You just don't see a run like this. And so the Knicks are going to eventually lose a game in the series. I don't think they're going to sweep out the rest of the season. I still think this series is going 6 or 7.
Yep.
But the Knicks have a lot of guys playing well and a lot of confidence.
All right, Mark, we leave it there, brother. Should be a good one. Game 2 tomorrow.
Thank you, buddy.
Man.
Thanks for the insight. Appreciate you.
All right, guys. Be good.
Okay.
No doubt. Hey, markstein.substack.com. Make sure you check out all his great work there. All right, on the way, Shekel City, Tire Rack Play of the Day as well. It is a TV theme song Thursday. Stick with your boys, The Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio.
With all due respect to what the Knicks are doing, the biggest story has to be the biggest guy on the floor, Victor Wembanyama. In fact, in a feature by ESPN, one anonymous NBA GM, not a previous one, a current GM, said Wemby is actually Shaq 2.0. They compared the trajectory of when they started their careers. Both of them made the finals in their 3rd NBA season. And by all accounts, the expectation is not just that Wemby is going to win this series, which a lot of people are picking. The expectation is that he's going to keep winning series and keep collecting championships, much in the same way and even passing what Shaq did. So you have to imagine then, if that's the expectation, there isn't anybody who's dealing with more pressure right now than Victor Wembanyama.
Well, I think Rob, I think I look at it a little differently than the way Rob G was breaking it down there for me. I think it's a compliment that I personally believe he's under more pressure, but it's a compliment. I'll explain why. Jalen Brunson was the 33rd pick. Jalen Brunson, I believe, is a star. You don't even believe it. And my point is the fact that he's not universally regarded as like a superstar. I think he's an absolute star in this league. Jalen Brunson has maybe overachieved. The Knicks, obviously, for them, this getting there at the end of the day, you want to win it. I know he'll not be happy if they lose, but my point is it means a lot to that city. They got there, we're on a way, we're trajectory, we're better. I think for me, when I look at Wemby, and you know how I feel about him and where he could potentially be when it's all said and done, one thing you don't want to take for granted in this current day and age is the idea that like, oh, he'll be back. Oh, he'll be back. Because you just never know. Because you and I both agree on one thing about Wemby. His real challenge isn't going to be Chet, clearly. Ain't going to be Joker. It's going to be health. And my thing is, if you're Wemby, I think the pressure's on to absolutely win now. So that as you continue to go along, have a great career, in the event your health is never necessarily the greatest, you're in and out, you know, and just things don't always necessarily work out for you, you have in your bag, at least at minimum, I've got the one. Like, so you can always say, we can never say, well, he ain't never win anything. He was so good. He can have that. So that if anything were to happen, things happen, trades, changes. Also, the NBA is in a second apron issue or challenge for teams. That's why we're seeing we're not seeing any repeat champs. We keep getting one champ, another champ, another champ, another champ. And the NBA is kind of set up that way. So let's say that he doesn't win this year and he goes, oh, he'll be back. Maybe have you. So this current NBA is not you and I's NBA where you saw Jordan, you go, you automatically knew he'll be there. You saw the Warriors with KD and Steph, they'll be there. Oh, LeBron will make it from the East. This isn't as clear-cut and as easy. So if I'm Wemby and he wants to be who he thinks he is and how great he can be, you have to win him. And my last point, Rob, you can't start having too many zeros in the win column, meaning he can't go 0 for 1 because if we're going to be consistent, that's what we do to people who are contending for greatness, like LeBron. Well, he's 4-10, or he lost more than this, or he isn't that. Magic was great. He won 5, but he lost 4. And so Wemby doesn't want to also start stacking up. Well, yeah, you went to 5 finals. I'm making it up here, but you only won 3. So you're 3-2. And I think that also be something, again, if you're starting to talk the best ever, the greatest ever, we have to use things against you, right? We got to start picking at things that can go against him. So his career trajectory is much different than a Brunson, much different than the Knicks. He's trying to be legendary, iconic, maybe the best ever. So I think he doesn't want to start having where he has losses in the win-loss column in the finals. And also don't just go, oh, I automatically will be back. Because, Rob, you just never know.
Preposterous, ridiculous. What? Just absolutely ridiculous that you think a 22-year-old kid who's made the playoffs for the first time, like, oh my God, like he has to win, and people are going to look at him and look down on him. This kid they won 22 games, 24 games. The last couple of years they win 60 or whatever. Like it's a progression. But the idea that he has to win, the Knicks are fortunate. Boston's going to be back. Indiana's going to be back. We don't know. Maybe Milwaukee reloads and they don't trade Giannis. The Miami Heat, I don't know. Maybe they get Giannis. They're going to be teams. The Knicks might not be back. They didn't make it last year. The Knicks might not be back. This might be their one thing where everything aligned for the Knicks and it worked out. Wemby will be back. The idea that you think that if Wemby loses, like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. No, it's not. Everybody says it. He's ahead of schedule. I didn't know that Winnie the Pooh had a TV show. I know he was in the movies. I didn't know that.
You didn't know what?
That Winnie the Pooh had a TV show.
Yeah. Yeah. It might have been like past your era. I think I was really, really young when it was a show.
I don't remember him having a TV show. That's what I was saying, Winnie the Pooh.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a little show for a little bit.
It was actually really good, too.
Was it?
You had, like, different type of personalities as characters. You had Eeyore, who was all depressed and down.
Depressed.
Tigger, who was energetic and bubbly. You had the rabbit, who was all cautious and scared.
See? Alice knows it all. This show passed me by.
I loved it.
All right.
Yeah, it was kind of lit. Tigger was lit. Yeah.
That was pretty good.
What'd you call me?
Thank you.
Whoa.
Oh, never mind.
Racist.
Hey, I said Big Tig.
Hey,
He
Rob.
used to watch BET.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, right. He was great.
Big Tig.
Right.
Why?
I don't know why. I thought he was gonna say something about the country.
No. Let's go.
Caragua?
No.
What was it, Rob?
No.
Yeah,
Let's
say
go.
it.
We got stuff to do.
Hey, you know what he loves? I'm gonna put some money in his face one day and tell him say it. You got to say it one chance. Here we go. Say it fast as you can.
Yeah. All right.
And see if he'll keep his job.
You just want the show for yourself. That's what you do.
Wow.
Rob, I'll give you $500 if you can say it. It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on a TV theme song Thursday. Shout out to Mark Stein. Just joined your boys. We'll get that up on the podcast. Brandon will do that a little bit later. Brandon Scoop B. Robinson is going to join us next hour. Hang out for a couple of segments. We got Shop Talk as well, so it's going to be a good one. Of course, we're going to talk to Spurs. So a lot to get to as well. All right, let's get to Shekel City.
Welcome to Shekel City. the home base for Rob Parker's daily picks against the spread.
How'd you do?
All right, we'll get through this fast because there's no reason to linger. 0-3 last night somehow.
Somehow.
153 and 126, under 30 games over 500.
I think you're due, not that you want to hear this, it's got to be a bad streak.
All right,
like
stop,
you're a human being.
Stop.
How dare you, Kelvin?
Put that out there.
Well, I'm saying he's a human being.
Put that out there for the Knicks. Don't do that to me. All right, here we go. Best bet tonight. I got the Diamondbacks, who were shut out, plus 1.5 best bet against the Dodgers. I got the Pirates minus 1.5. They're taking on the Astros. And I got the Cubs minus 1.5. They're hosting the A's in Chicago. Again, Cubs minus 1.5, Pirates minus 1.5, and the Diamondbacks plus 1.5. And remember, Kelvin, I'm not telling you who to bet on.
Did I do that?
Yes, I did do that.
Did I do that?
I'm telling you who I bet on. All right.
All right.
And if you haven't heard the Wimby song, it's coming right after this.
It's coming, yeah. Just tire rack play of the day.
Here's the 1-0. Swings. It's a high fly ball out to center. Churio on the move, going back. He's at the warning track. He leaps, and it is a grand slam. Eric Haas to straightaway center.
Giants Radio Network there on the call. Got yourself a grand slam. It is your Tire Rack Play of the Day, which was brought to you by Tire Rack for over 40 years. Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive, ship fast and free. And, of course, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. So TireRack.com, it is the way tire buying should be. All right, Rob, I guess the second day but?
Yes, of our Wemby song. And in case you didn't see on social media, you can see the video. Elijah, Alex did a great job on it. But for people who didn't get to hear it yesterday on the radio or on the podcast or whatever, here it the association, which is so apropos, right?
Apropos, very apropos. No, that's good, man. Hey, I told you, it's one of your better ones. Shout out to you, shout out to Alex, shout out to Elijah. I hate that it's going to be wasted because they're going to lose this series, but the song was great.
Wow.
I know, but Kelvin always jumps the gun. He's always saying he had the Pistons in the beating the Cavs when they were up 2-0.
Wait.
Like you, he's always jumping the gun. Everything is
Alex,
like a foregone conclusion.
Alex, don't we literally do predictions where Rob must predict too?
Yes.
So then he can say, did not tell you the Lions, did not tell you the Pistons,
but I'm
did
right.
not tell you the Chiefs.
But I'm right.
So it's called predictions, right? Meaning I got it's pre. The emphasis on prefaces on pre. So I got to tell you early that the association, their song is going to be right. Your song by Wemby, which I love Wemby. You know that. But this ain't the series. It's going to start off like a LeBron. He might end up being the top 3 player of all time, Jordan, LeBron, Wemby, except the latter two lost their first finals
When he
run.
comes through and wins this, it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to say, Kelvin cannot get on the Wemby bandwagon. He's officially banned. Do not come around here. Take your stank behind home. That's what I'm going to say.
Whatever, man. I was been the one. Alex, I'm telling this man, he might be the best. Oh, hold on. Hey, he all right. He mid.
I'm not crowning him the best ever because I don't do that. That's premature.
It's premature. But you got 6 songs by you. You got an EP and an LP.
Thought out and withdrawn. I mean, I'm.
It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Something
Stanley Cup final continues tonight with Game 2 between the Golden Knights and the Hurricanes. The puck is about to drop, and Las Vegas leads the series 1-0. The NBA has given a lifetime ban to the fan that ran onto the court during last night's Game 1 in San Antonio to get a selfie with Victor Wembanyama. Another person connected to the incident also received a lifetime ban from the league. President Trump will attend Game 3 of the NBA Finals on Monday night at Madison Square Garden in New York City. In the WNBA, it's halftime, and the Fever lead the Dream at 38-29. Caitlin Clark, she's got 7 points. Kelsey Mitchell has 14 points. Angel Reese, she has 4 points to go along with 6 rebounds. In Major League Baseball, the Royals and the Twins are currently tied at 1 apiece. It's the bottom of the first inning. Earlier today, Baltimore routed the Red Sox 8-2, and the Giants outscored Milwaukee 12-9. I'm Monty Bolaños.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number two. Here on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on the TV theme song Thursday. And be sure to check us out on our YouTube channel. It's real simple. Just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. So simple. You can also tap that thumbs up icon or comment away. Again, you might want to listen to us, but then again, you might want to watch us. So all you need to do is just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Real simple.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, it's that simple. Otherwise, you might be hit. It might be hit by it. So, ow!
Coming this way.
Also in the studio, we have Brandon Scoopy Robinson, NBA insider, host of the Pull Up with Scoopy. We'll talk with him as well. A lot of stuff to get to, and also a little shop talk. A little later on in this, who came up with this shop talk? Was this Rob G?
Yeah, we've been sitting on this one since that day, man.
Yeah.
We said we got to save this for next week.
No, it makes sense. It's very weird, and we'll get to it. But when you go on and you can't order what you want, they're going to tell you what to order.
Yeah,
crazy.
It's getting a little wild. We'll break that down a little bit. That'll be fun.
Yes, and okay, so the Spurs lose Game 1 at home.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to lose. You want to hold.
I was going to set you up, man. Look, the Spurs, obviously a tough 7-game series, but the Young Bucks triumph. They get into Game 1 at home. They look good. We talked about it earlier. They get it going. They get up 14. They falter. This team breaks kind of the mold of young, too young. It's like they're dumb enough to think, hey, we don't know the rules. We're supposed to win. But they ended up not closing the game right. But you, my friend, you ain't worried.
No, not at all. And a couple things. I always look at it because there's a combination of stuff. First of all, they were able to build a lead. It wasn't like they got run out of their own building. If they got run out of their building and they were playing, you know what I mean? Then you say, oh, my God, I don't know if they can do anything or match up here. The other thing I look at, 6 for 21 for Wemby. That's not going to happen. Every night. You know what I mean? He's going to have some clunkers, and we know that. We've seen it, and they still win series when he plays well. And Mark Stein brought it up. He's very good at bouncing back from bad performances. He does. He really does. And they'll work on some stuff. And also De'Aaron Fox just didn't play well. Like there is room for improvement on this team. And again, normally you would say a young team, they're demoralized. They've been down. They've been out. They lost game, what was it, 5 at home. Wasn't it at home? Yeah. And then they went to OKC, right? Or is it the other way around? No, they won game. I was thinking about the Cavs winning game 5 in Detroit and then 7.
No,
but they
won.
No, but it doesn't matter. they still were down and they had to win, and then they went. No, they were down and they won the last 2 games, right?
Yes.
They won at home, Game 6, and then they won Game
Correct.
7 on the road. And my point is, they're resilient. They wouldn't be in this spot. They haven't swept anybody. They haven't been running away and, you know what I mean, and hiding from people. They've had to grind out these wins, and sometimes it's okay. And you can look at it, no excuses. They lost the game. I'm not all into that. But they got off to a good start, right, with the adrenaline. They had a 7-game series, dramatic, all that. The Knicks were resting. They were home. They were fresher at the end, you know?
Yeah, they were.
They just were. And it doesn't mean that automatically meant they were going to win and come back or whatever, but I think that helped in that standpoint. Now that they've got their legs, the series has started, you know what I mean? They'll have the off day, and they'll have a chance to come back. Things that did not go right, they'll be able to look at and correct. And I just wonder, like, pushing through once the Knicks lose that one game, you know what I mean? Like, what could happen? Like that's if I'm the Spurs, you know what I mean? Like, you go, we built a 14-point lead. We were playing well. We talked about it when we watched the first half. We were impressed. Every time the Knicks made a little run, they finished out the half nice. They were up by 7.
Yeah, that was the key part.
Wemby was only 2 for
quarter.
9 in the first half, right? And they still were leading. I even brought that up to you. I said he hadn't even played well. I didn't know he was going to finish, 4 for 16 or whatever it was after that.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? So it was bad. But when you can always take a look at it and go, if Wemby had a big game, because against the Knicks this year he averaged 28 and 13, right? That was the number. If he had that and played well, and they lost at home, then I'd say you have to feel like, what does he got to do? Score 40 and 41 and 24?
The only pushback I have, a couple other thoughts, but the weird part is he did have those numbers. It's just they were hollow numbers. Like, he ended up with what, 26, 28, but it was a bad.
No, but they beat the Knicks in those games, I think, right?
But I'm talking about last night, because he got all those free throws. Remember, he was like 12 for 13 from the free throw line. So, you look at it and you're like, okay, well, if you just looked at the box score,
6 for 21 is awful.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying, but he did end up with numbers, but they were bad numbers or hollow numbers because he turned the ball over. He had only 2 assists, but he had 6 turnovers. He shot, as you mentioned, very inefficient. And to be honest, he just looked a little lost out there, which we don't often see from him. Karl Anthony Towns presented a new problem for him of, well, wait, do I go guard him up, from 30 feet from the basket? Because I like to roam. I like to play free safety and block shots and change shots, but he can't do that with Karl Anthony Towns. So I do expect adjustments there. What I thought, and what is challenging for Mitch Johnson, the coach, and for the Spurs, they still, because they're still new, like this is their first go at it, new guy, guys are just really getting the flow in the heat of the real battle, in the playoff battle. They're figuring out lineups. And I didn't like, Rob, that they took out Dylan Harper the last 4+ minutes. He had been, other than Wemby, the most, well, and not Wemby, but Wemby is Wemby, meaning you're not taking him out. He'd been the most consistent. He had been the one driving force, getting to the hole, making shots, making threes, making crazy layups. I'm like, yo, this kid is nice. And for some reason, I guess, again, you're trying to have your perfect starting lineup, but hey, this kid is cooking, and they took him out with 4.5. So that was one of the Mitch Johnson. I think he'd want to have that back. That, he's playing well, and I know he didn't start this game, but dang it, I'm about to close this game. A la somebody else that came off the bench that was left-handed back in the day, Manu Ginobili. So I would do that. The key to me is going to be De'Aaron Fox, because Wemby's going to bounce back. Wemby's going to have a game, and then he'll have another game he'll want to have back. Wasn't his best, but I expect that. But if De'Aaron Fox can't be a closer, can't be the veteran, can't settle them and get them a bucket when they need it, because everybody else, Rob, for the most part, they kind of stay outside, right? Vassell, I want to shoot threes. Champagny, who was fantastic that first half, he was 5 of 6 from 3. He wants to shoot the 3. Keldon Johnson can get down low too, but he also wants to shoot the 3, and so on and so forth. But you got a guy who can get in the paint, hit the mid-range, get to the hole, draw some fouls in De'Aaron Fox. If he, to me, is going to be the key to this series, Rob, Wemby's going to Wemby from game to game. I expect him to have 3 more good games and maybe a bad one here. But if De'Aaron Fox can't be that guy they can go to and say, hey, we're tired. This ain't working. We need a bucket from you. Then I think it's going to be a long night because that's the one thing that the Knicks have. They can say, Karl Anthony Towns, stuff ain't working. We're a little broken. Go get us one. Jalen Brunson, we're tired. It's fourth quarter, 3 minutes left. Go get us one. And Wemby's still trying to find out where he's best suited for that. Is it out front, out at the top dribbling? Is it down low? He's not figured that out yet, like where my spots are. You hear me talk about that all the time. Jalen Brunson knows exactly where his spots are. Karl Anthony Towns knows exactly where his spots are. Even OG is starting to really understand where his spots are. I don't know that the Spurs have those guys quite yet. They're so young, except for De'Aaron Fox. So to me, he's going to be key. If he comes up big, they can really prolong this series. But if he's just going to be mid or just he's out there, he's okay, I don't think they'll have enough firepower to keep up.
Yeah, I just think you got to, again, you got to be real careful in the NBA. One game doesn't mean anything. I've seen it. I've covered it way too long. The Spurs didn't get here by accident. They belong. You know what I mean? They went through the champs. Won a Game 7 on the road. They belong, and they did it convincingly to where you felt like, wow, that was pretty impressive considering what they were up against. And I think the things that did not work, Wemby turning the ball over, a poor shooting night, there's stuff that you can clean up. And that's where coaching comes in. You know what I mean? Like to be able to take a look at what happened, figure out what we got to do here to get this back right. Not rely on, this when threes aren't going and you're just chucking them up. That's how other teams get, erase leads.
They only hit 2. That was interesting. And if I'm the Knicks, I don't expect that again. They were on fire. Champagne Pipple being on, but right. Yeah, but they only hit 2 the entire second half.
That's what I'm saying. And that's how you ask, how do you give up a 13-point lead, 14-point lead? That's how. You don't make any threes. The other team gets the long rebounds to get easy baskets down the other and transition. You know what I mean? That's why the Celtics. We talk about the Celtics. Hey, it's a Game 7, right, against Philadelphia.
I don't know what
you finish 0 for 9 from 3-point. You're not going to win a game. You miss your last 9 shots.
I don't get it, man.
You're not going to win a game. That's how it works.
You know what I watched too, and I think this is going to be the challenge for Wemby over the summer and over the next, I think, course of 2 years. He's so good. He's so young. He's still, believe it or not, he's still raw. I think you get what I mean by that. It's finding that, it's almost too talented, too gifted, Rob. He's the only that tall guy we've seen bring the ball up like a point guard and can cross somebody over, right? And I think that's nasty. He's nasty out there. But then he's the only guy who's huge and can get it down. But then he's also can get to his midi. So I think he's going to have to really mature and find, I know I can. But this is really where my sweet spot is. You know what I mean? We talked to get a jump hook, cross the middle, getting a nice fadeaway off the glass, a la Tim Duncan or something. He's going to have to, because he has so many options in his bag, I think he's kind of like, which one do I go to? You know what I mean? He's going to have to kind of almost limit himself in a good way because these are my 2-3 moves and get to my spots to get a bucket.
All right, coming up next on The Odd Couple, we have a special guest in studio, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, of course, the NBA insider, host of The Pull Up with Scoop B. We're going to do that. Coming up, we'll talk to him a little bit. Kelvin, just dive in a little bit more on some NBA stuff and, of course, the finals and whatnot.
He ain't Scoop B for nothing. He been getting the scoop since he was 10.
I remember those days, right, with the Nets and whatnot. Yeah. So we'll do that.
Since Moby Dick was a guppy.
That's right. He's been around the NBA game since Moby Dick was a guppy. It's been a long time.
Everybody take a shot.
There you go. Every time. All
Alex,
right.
you were hitting talent.
It is The Odd Couple. Stand by. Coming up next, Scoopy. We'll dive into more on the NBA stuff with him and more. It is The Odd Couple on a TV theme song Thursday. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, right here on Fox Sports Radio. And you know what you need to do.
What's that?
Stick and stay
Especially if your favorite scoop is B in the US of A.
There you go.
Ooh, I like that. All right, let me talk about this real quick. This is Kalshi, the world's biggest soccer tournament. We know it's arrived, and you can trade the entire tournament on Kalshi. Now, on Kalshi, you can trade every match from the opening stage all the way to the final. So you know me, listen, I love an underdog story. I'm all about that because we know picking a favorite really is too easy. So riding with the long shot is just more fun, and you can make a couple more bucks. So with that in mind, I want you all to think about this one. Check it out. Mexico currently trading at just 1.3% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out over $7,100 if they win soccer's biggest prize. So Mexico is going to be well represented. You know that with the games being here in the United States, there's going to be plenty of Mexican Americans, Mexican fans who are going to be there supporting them, cheering them on. So it wouldn't shock me at all to see them make a deep run in the tourney. So on Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house, nope, and there's the probability changes that you can buy in and out of your position. So for a limited time, all you got to do is download the Kalshi app and use the code ODD, which is ODD, to get $10 when you trade 10. Kalshi, 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 trade on anything. And by the way, I mean anything, including your favorite songs, who's going to get streamed the most when it comes to music. All of that is on Kalshi. It's a fun time. Go check it out.
Restrictions and eligibility apply. Not available in all states and must be 18 plus. Trading involves significant risk. Consider if it's appropriate for your financial circumstances. Prices and value may differ and some markets may not be active. See Kalshi.com/regulatory for more.
There was a congressional, I want to call it a hearing, but a meeting, I guess, took place earlier today. And it was all focused around what's going on in the world of college sports. As you guys know, we talked about it last week. There is a Protect College Sports Act that has been presented where they'd like Congress to get involved and police the world of college athletics. Today, Nick Saban met with the Congress. Here's a snippet.
Congress does not need to micromanage college athletics. There's lots of people out there that can help us do that. Congress does need to fix the mess, and the courts create a national framework so people inside college sports can enforce fair rules. Without legal certainty, every rule becomes another lawsuit, every standard becomes another risk, and the system keeps drifting toward the professional model.
The last person I want to hear from is Nick Saban. You mean the guy who quit after he was able to undermine the system? All of his kids had these cars and all this stuff. They were like it wasn't above. It wasn't NIL money, Kelvin, but those players happened to be doing pretty well down there, and he won all his championships. These guys got some nerve to come in, and now they want to regulate. They could have done it in the beginning, Kelvin, right? If they would have made the system and cut in the players on all these billions of dollars that they make from television revenue, we wouldn't be here. But they were so damn greedy. And now all the old guard have to show up and say, stop these guys from making money. This isn't my system. Nick Saban, you quit. You walked away. You don't deserve to have any say. You're not in college football anymore. Retire already. Stay on television. The idea that he's going to be the guy to speak up? Where's the provision to stop? Let's have a profits cap on the NCAA and the colleges. You can only make 6% on your money. Let's have a cap and stop these college coaches making gazillion dollars and walking out on the kids. Address that, Nick Saban. These kids have been taken advantage of forever with a crooked system. The NCAA, for as long as I've been alive, has been organized crime. Organized crime. You guys work, we collect the money, and you get nothing. God forbid you get a free pizza. They threw the kids out of school, Kelvin, for getting a free pizza or a tattoo or giving up their warm-up jersey. And these guys now talk about they want the federal government to step in. Poppycock, Boulder Dash. Don't listen to Nick Saban.
Listen, I don't have much to add. We had the same ideal on this. Ain't that the pot calling the kettle black? Now Nick Saban, who used to sit up there, Rob, what he would have when he do a press conference? A big old Coke bottle. Because you know what? Yep. Coke was allowed to give him all the money. You know what else he was allowed to do near in the Alabama area? Have a bunch of car dealerships that he owns. He was able to thrive off all this, make millions upon, not like $1 million. I get it, okay, you got to get paid. You're running a college football program. No, tens of millions of dollars. Any way you want, endorsements up the wazoo. Him and Deion Sanders got the Aflac commercials. And now all of a sudden that the kids are getting paid. And yes, I do believe that it's a little wild right now and you can kind of find a way to maybe structure a little bit. But the idea to act like it's some national emergency and it's run amok that we've had a few years of a little chaotic. It's a little chaotic right now. They're still trying to find their footing and figure it out. But that this will be the guy that's like, yo, we needed to put a stop to. And Rob, you know what I view it as too? Nick Saban, one of the all-time greatest coaches of all time. But you know what I equate it to as well? Nick Saban quit when everybody was on the same footing, Rob.
Yep.
The minute now that everybody was like, oh, bet, so I can have some donors, I can have some boosters paid, and we can figure out.
Now he didn't want to be a part of it anymore, right?
Now he would have maybe gotten smoked by a Kurt Signetti or something. Now he's like, oh, no, this is getting too hard. I don't want to do it. Where I used to have a linebacker for 4 years who might only play one because he would just say, long as I can get that one season under Alabama, you know what I mean? Now he's like, shoot, I can go over there to Indiana. I can go to Kansas State or
Sports Radio.
Money for me. And so, again, it's just a different this hip being the guy to do this, I just have issues with that.
Of all people.
Fox Sports Radio, Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV Things on Thursday. West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground. It is time to get your financial portfolio game ready. With Webull, get powerful investing tools and real-time data all in one platform. Get started by downloading the Webull app today or visiting Webull.com. Webull Financial LLC, member SIPC, FINRA. Investing involves risk. For more information, visit Webull.com/disclosures. Joined now by our man, Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, NBA insider, host of the Pull-Up with Scoop B.
Yo.
Scoop been having the scoop since he was about 7 years old. My gosh.
You making it younger and younger. Going into break, you said 10.
Hey, mind your business. Mind your business, Scoop, okay? I got the inside scoop.
You know what? You were like to Scoop B, you were like that clown that scared him as a kid. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Nah.
Talking about it?
He's the guy that I'm going to make sure I'm cool with him because he knows where all the spots are. He knows everybody's secrets. And we're going to sell mixtapes in between class and put games on the TI-83.
I'm down with the mixtapes, you know what I'm saying? I got the beats. Alex, no, I'll sling them beats. Beat, man, Scoop, it's good to have you here, man. Real quick, before we just tell a little bit, for folks who aren't familiar with all the great stuff you do.
My mother named me Brandon, but professionally I go by Brandon Scoop B. Robinson. I've been in the industry since I was 12 years old. Started in 1997 working for the then New Jersey Nets. So Kendall Gill, Jason Williams, Sam Cassell, eventually Stephon Marbury. And started in radio as their kids' radio host back then and have continued on this journey, run into guys like you, Rob, and been everywhere from Bally Sports Network and now it's FanDuel Sports Network. written all over the place. And now I have my own independent enterprise called Scoopy Enterprises, where Scoopy.com is where I drop a lot of exclusive stories. I just celebrated 10 years with the Scoopy Radio podcast. We just ended it, and then we transitioned to the Pull Up with Scoopy. We dropped the first episode last month, and episode 2 actually drops June 25th.
All right, who's on that? Who's on the second one?
Antoine Walker.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, nice. Twan out there. I like that, man. Hey, well,
He's
shoot,
got it
congrats on all
together.
the good stuff.
He's been through hell, man.
I hell and back.
When you talk about the kind of money he made and then lost, like, it's just mind-boggling.
And we talk about that in depth.
Yeah.
You can actually subscribe to my YouTube channel, Scoopy, on YouTube, and be looking out for that. 12 p.m. Eastern time on the 25th of June. First episode was actually with Kendall Gill.
Nice.
Started my career being around that team.
I covered the New Jersey Nets for the Daily News, so I was there before, right? What were you there?
From 97 to 99.
Yeah, I covered the team before that. I covered the team 88, 90, 87, 88, 90. So
Let me
I
ask
was
you a
gone.
question.
What
What was it like? Because you, of course, you know the Nets didn't have a practice facility back then. They worked out at a trucking facility.
At a trucking facility's gym, like in Piscataway, New Jersey, or somewhere.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's where I'm telling you, the NBA was different back then because I used to travel. I've told Kelvin this 1,000 times. When I was covering the NBA, the players, we all flew commercial, and I would sit next to whoever, Roy Henson, Sam Bowie on the flight.
Tate George.
Tate George, all those guys, Chris Morris.
Yeah,
all those guys on the plane. And the thing was, it didn't go by star status. Veterans sat in first class, and you could have been a big, draft pick, number 1 pick, Dennis Hopson, or, top
Jonathan
pick.
Petrovic,
All that guy. And you would sit in the back and coach because there weren't enough seats for everybody.
That's kind of in line with when the vets put popcorn in rookies' cars and they got to fetch donuts. It's just
those days are over.
Yeah, these kids, they're coming in entitled now.
Yeah.
Scoop, they're coming in already 5, 10 million in. These kids are getting 3. If you're an NIL kid right now, you're coming in.
But they still do it. I'll say, I don't know what they do in the NBA like before, but even in baseball, they still make these guys. You know this, Kelvin. They dress up in certain outfits or all that on a road trip or sing. Like they still do that in baseball.
That's an initiation for
which is fine.
fraternities.
No, it is. It's fun. Hey, let's get into last night. Game 1, NBA Finals. The Knicks able to come back, end up with I think it was a 10-point victory for them. Obviously, Jalen Brunson does what Brunson does. He was Mr. Clutch last year. SGA wins it this year, but Brunson said, "Hey, hold my beer. Let me go remind him." What do you make of the game? One, you could say, hey, the Spurs won't play as bad. Other, you could just say, that's now 12 in a row for the Knicks, and clearly maybe this is just who they are.
I look at it dually. Number one, I know that the popular conversation is that the Knicks came back in the second half, but really they came back in the third quarter, and the fourth quarter was just theirs. I really look at the Spurs situation. Wemby scoring 16 points to me wasn't enough. Dylan Harper rose to the occasion, and Champagnie did his thing. But I think the part that gets lost in translation with the Knicks, and particularly Brunson, is the performance that Karl Anthony Towns had. I mean, those 12 rebounds, and then the fact that Hart was hauling down rebounds, and the fact that you had so many other guys. It's not just Brunson. It's a collective group that's been really fun to watch this season.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff there, and they've played really well. When you win 12 games in a row, a lot of stuff has to happen. And, of course, you get a lot of contributions from a lot of people, but it's going to be interesting. The Spurs have been able to bounce back. Wemby is famous for, so far, bouncing back, coming up with big games in big situations. I just expect a different game from him, not 6 for 21. And I'm going to predict that Karl Anthony Towns there will be a couple of whistles to just push him off Wemby a little bit.
I mean,
but that's not just in this case. I've seen it
yeah.
my whole time. You know this, covering the NBA.
Oh, yeah. And you know, it's interesting. It's the best of 7 series.
Yep.
I mean, in college, I remember playing Connect 4, and I remember the first 2 moves that the opponents make, you're filling out the other opponent. The Knicks won, the first draw, but I don't think that is indicative upon a whole series. When you look at the San Antonio Spurs, they beat the reigning NBA champions.
Right.
You look
in
at
7 games on the road, right? Exactly.
Yeah. and they're a young squad. I don't even think they are who they're supposed to be. Throughout the course of the season, I felt that the Spurs were a Draymond Green type of player away, like a vet, from making it and winning it.
So wait a minute, they needed a bad podcast in order to win a championship?
Listen, I'm not trying to get no phone calls,
Okay.
Rob. That's you, not me. However, this is I think
Scoop ain't trying to get choked out. You know,
listen, I'm outside. I'm outside. Okay, but I do think that when you look at the Spurs organization, Mitch Johnson, their head coach, is literally Luke Skywalker, and he's got Yoda up in the stands and Greg Popovich. I think the national audience is still getting used to who he is, and I think that dichotomy of the Spurs at large is less familiar. People know Wemby. I think when you look at the Knicks, you know Brunson. I think what I'm going to enjoy about this best-of-7 series is getting to know the rest of the guys.
All right.
That's a good point.
We'll
leave it here.
We're gonna.
Scoop,
I was gonna say Kelvin, and we're gonna get into some more NBA stuff and whatnot after we get an update. Go ahead, Kelvin.
That's right. We have Scoop sticking around with us. Don't forget we got Shop Talk coming up as well right now. Monty Bolaños.
Fellas, Scoop, do you mean that you thought the Spurs could use a bully?
Yes.
That's because I feel like I agree with you.
I love a woman's touch there. Thank you for that. Thank you.
Like the Knicks are all bullies. All of them.
Yeah. But they still don't remind me of the 90s Knicks.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Mm-mm.
But they're not like OKC was just really fast. They weren't bullies. Maybe you could say Lou Dort, and he's like one that I didn't want to give him that credit.
You deserve a raise.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So that's I hear what you're saying, and I agree with you. No NBA Finals tonight, but the league did give a lifetime ban to that fan that ran onto the court last night during Game 1 in San Antonio to get a selfie with Victor Wembanyama. Another person connected to the incident also received a lifetime ban from the league. Insider Mark Stein reports that the Mavericks have had internal discussions about possibly pursuing Michigan's Dusty May and Duke's John Shire for their head coaching vacancy. The Stanley Cup final is underway. Game 2 between the Golden Knights and the Hurricanes. They are scoreless halfway through the first period. Las Vegas leads the series 1-0. In the WNBA, the Fever currently lead the Dream 60-49 with 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Caitlin Clark, she's got 12 points and 7 assists. She is 5 of 14 from the field. We'll check in on Angel Reese. She has 6 points and 8 rebounds on this one late in the third quarter again. When it comes to Major League Baseball, the Blue Jays lead the Braves 3-1, bottom of the fourth inning, while the Royals and the Twins are tied at 2 apiece, top of the third there. The Pirates on the board first against the Astros in Houston, 1-0, bottom of the first inning. And Las Vegas Grand Prix just signed a 10-year extension to continue hosting its Formula One race until 2037. So still in Las Vegas for 10 more years. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Monty.
Jess.
Thank you very much. Whenever Monty's on our show, our YouTube numbers go through the wall. Go through
a woman's touch.
A woman's touch.
Scoop.
Thanks, Scoop.
Respect.
Scoop. We've had enough. All right.
What up?
Settle down. She don't need no more. Okay, she comes on our show, and it all of a sudden becomes the odd triplets.
Yes.
Okay, she not the odd couple. Look, Monty, don't give me the laugh.
I'm a guest. I'll defer to you. However, stop hating.
I know, just a little bit. Hey.
Thank you, Scoop.
You're welcome.
All right, it is the odd couple. Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on this here TV Things on Thursday. And you're hearing a sign for me and Rob is Brandon Scoop B. Robinson, NBA Insider, host of The Pull-Up with Scoop B. You can follow him at Scoop B on X. I still want to pick a couple other things with this series. Man, one person who I think has a chance to become, first of all, a couple of people on the daggone Spurs team could become stars and all-stars. But Castle, my gosh, does he know that he's only 21? I mean, he plays with so much poise. And he didn't have the greatest game one. But when you look at him throughout this year and then the series,
he's been balling out.
Can I tell you?
He's strong. He defends. He dunks on you with some 1990s energy.
Can I tell you how intertwined Stephon Castle is with the Spurs organization even before he became a member of the Spurs?
Okay, break it down.
His dad, Stacey Castle, New York legend, played high school ball in New York City, was a teammate of Tim Duncan for a bit at Wake Forest. I think Tim Duncan was an upperclassman, or Stacey Castle might be in reverse, but nonetheless, he was born to be a Spur. A guy who was overlooked in 2022 as a McDonald's All-American in a world where Bronny James was the head of that class, and he comes in after being at UConn and has totally dominated. And it's crazy because I think he doesn't know the star he is, but I think that he's surrounded by a collection of other stars, not named Wemby. And I think it's kind of a balance. It's funny. He's so young. I was with him last week. There was a trending topic on Twitter where I said, yo, do you know that people are saying that you look like John Amos? He looks at me and goes, John Amos, who is that?
Amos?
And then goes, the guy from Coming to America. He goes, what's that?
Okay,
I felt old. I felt old.
Hold on, Scoop. Now
Yes.
I know we might be old, and I'm older than you.
Yeah.
But dang it, he's got to know coming to him. You come as a black person in America. When you come out out your mama's womb, the doctor smacks you in the booty, and then the first thing he does is make you watch Coming to America.
The boy got his own money.
When I say the boy's got his own money, the boy has got his own money.
Word.
But there are reruns. Oh, my God. You don't have to be alive. There are reruns. People don't watch reruns. All you got to do is play this, and he would know who John Amos is.
That's a good point.
Am I right? Come on.
Well, it depends though, Rob. Rob, depends on the season. He might be dead.
You know?
They'd have killed him off.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was one of those TV moments. That was
yeah.
a great show when that first started.
Yes, it was.
It really was. Like people, that was like
Temporary
and I remember the significance of that show. And I'm going to say this because it did strike. A lot of shows back then, the father was always absentee on all black shows. And this was the one, I think that's the role, demanded that they have a father on the show. You know what I mean? And even in the case, he's a father there. He was there, a strong father. But, of course, he could barely take care of his family. He's working at the car wash. So there was that other thing.
We ain't gonna give you it all.
You ain't going to be Huxtable. You know what I mean? But he was there. And that was a really good show, living in the projects and all that. A lot of people could relate to that show.
Set the tone.
It really did. Give us some Scoop B, some information on the offseason. I know where the finals are going on. But anything that we should be looking for, players moving on, any kind of things maybe happening or
We're in Los Angeles.
Okay, so LeBron James, let's start there.
Okay, perfect.
There we go.
The Lakers can offer him the most money. However,
they don't want to.
There you go. They do not want to. You filled in the blank for me. And so if you look at an alternate team, the conversations that I've been having about the Cleveland Cavaliers is something that is realistic. In order for that to happen, there are some mathematics that have to make sense from sources around the league. First of all, James Harden is going to have to restructure that deal. And I'm told that LeBron James doesn't necessarily want to sign a max extension with the Cavaliers. In fact, he would take less money to come back home. But in order for that to also happen, the Cavaliers are hoping that he takes some type of mid-level exception, one. And two, that he completes a sign and trade with the Los Angeles Lakers in order to make that happen. So you would have to move Jared Allen or others. However, in order to add more to that pot, Dean Wade or as well as Max Strus would have to potentially be moved as well. So those are some of the things that I'm hearing as far as the Cleveland Cavaliers. Also, they currently have a vacant GM position out there, and Brandon Weems, who is currently the assistant GM, is a guy who grew up with LeBron James in Akron. He is a guy that is one of the candidates in that conversation. They're talking about staying internal. However, one thing that I am hearing is that the Cavaliers are entertaining a conversation of potentially talking to David Griffin about that GM position as well. So a possible
run it
return.
back then.
A possible return, yes.
Now, the commissioner spoke on it about the Clippers investigation with Kawhi and that phony company that went under or whatever and stole everybody's money. And he's saying, yeah, we need to wrap this up soon. Like the league, hello. I don't know if I really trust the league's investigation because they cleared Terry Rozier, right?
Yeah.
Like seriously, and now not only is he indicted, now another one came down. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's happening here.
Typically, when the league is having the finals or the All-Star game, you're not going to see announcements come
Oh,
about.
no, not during then. I agree with that.
I foresee
but
that.
this has been going on all year.
Respectfully, I think Pablo Torre, I kind of already told you what happened. I think it's more about the formalities of it. I expect that conversation to take place shortly after the finals are over.
And what are you hearing? Do you have any kind of insight? Is this because I don't see them Steve Ballmer is so rich. I don't see some real bad
and just
penalty.
bought a new arena, Rob.
Right?
Just
I know.
Bought a new arena.
I don't see it. Now, if you tell me they're going to throw the hammer at him and make him sell a team or do something, I'm not buying any of that.
The conversations that I've had, I've not heard anything that suggests that they would make him sell the team. You've kind of had this controversy already with the Los Angeles Clippers, specifically with a former owner. I do think that if a punishment is handed down, it's more of a fine. I don't see if those findings suggest on their end that something happens. But I do think it's interesting that while we're talking about the Clippers and we're talking about that investigation, conversations about Kawhi Leonard's future have also been brought up. And to me, if he leaves the Clippers and goes elsewhere, you kind of have a wiggle room to sweep it under the rug if you're looking at an optics perspective. He leaves, they fine him, you go about your business.
That's a good point. I was just going to say, you find somebody who has more money than anybody, except maybe 5 other people, and so you find them, hey, here, a $15 million fine, that ain't nothing for him.
No.
And then also, like you mentioned, Kawhi's gone, there's a non-starter. And not to mention, even when Kawhi's here, it's a non-starter because Kawhi don't talk. He don't say anything.
No, Kawhi doesn't have to talk because he has the greatest laugh in the history of mankind.
Let's hear it, Alex.
Right, Alex? Kawhi doesn't have to speak.
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more question you have to ask me in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel.
Never.
I don't even know where you're sitting at.
That's the all-time great. The first time I heard that laugh, we played it 1,000. I was like, dude, I couldn't believe it.
It's awkward.
This the
right?
greatest.
It's awkward.
Because the man had won at that point 2 rings, and we realized at that point.
And we had known him.
I've never heard him talk.
We never heard him talk. Right. That's exactly
I'm a fun guy.
I'm a fun guy. Just saying he's a fun guy.
Imagine trying to be on a date, Scoot.
I'm a fun
You can finally
guy.
get on the phone. So what's up? Tell me a little bit more about yourself. Well, I'm a fun guy. I don't think she's going to want to hang with you when you say that.
No.
I'm a fun guy.
Imagine a world, though. Let me ask you a question. Say Giannis goes to Miami. Imagine a world where Norman Powell and Kawhi Leonard reunite in Miami alongside Bam Adebayo. What do you think of that?
Wait, what did I have to give up, though? Tyler, Hero, and some picks or something?
Khalil Ware.
Right, it's got to be something, right?
Yeah.
And picks.
Yeah.
Currently, from folks that I've spoken with around the league, Giannis is leaning towards the Miami Heat.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. That's
Portland was a conversation, I can tell you. And at one point, Orlando and Milwaukee were having a conversation potentially about swapping Paolo as well as Giannis. But from my conversations with folks in the league, Giannis and the Heat do
All
not
right,
legs.
one last thing because we got.
I'd rather keep
one
Paolo
last
than
thing.
Giannis.
30 seconds. The Pistons, everybody saw they were exposed, but not having shooting. Is there anybody out there that because they need a shooter desperately? Anything?
Scorer.
Yeah. Right?
I'll tell you somebody that I think fits.
Okay, go ahead.
I think Kyrie Irving would fit in Detroit.
Oh.
Okay. All right, Scoop B, we got to run here. We appreciate you coming through the studio here in Los Angeles and being on it.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Hey, appreciate you, man. And glad we were able to make it happen.
Of course.
All right, make sure you give him a follow. Scoop B on social media. Shop Talk on the way. We got something interesting because Rob went through it last week. We'll explain what it is. It's the odd couple.
I'm always going through it.
Yeah, on a TV thing on Thursday. Stick with your boys, Fox Sports Radio.
I just can't give you a whole spiel.
We did have a Game 7 in the NBA Western Conference Finals. Victor Wembanyama and the San Antonio Spurs dethroned the defending champion Oklahoma City Thunder on the road in Game 7. SGA bounced back game for him, looked like the best player on the floor, but it wasn't enough because, as you mentioned, Chet Holmgren didn't really show up at all. And as a result, their quest for back-to-back belly-to-belly championships has come to an end.
Kelvin, I got to say this. Is this on?
It's on. We got you.
This might be the greatest moment of NBA history. And I know you're thinking because Wemby made it to the championship, to the finals, and he's only 22 years old. That is not why this is the greatest moment in NBA history. It's because the OKC Thunder are not going to the finals, do not have a chance to build a dynasty, and we can forget about this team. Not winning again and falling by the wayside is the best thing. They can easily become the 2019 Toronto Raptors. Nobody remembers that. They know that Kawhi played on that team. They won a championship. Despite a two-time MVP, despite an 8-0 start in the postseason and all the other stuff where people thought, I don't know who's going to beat them. They're going to win the next 5, 6, 7 championships. That's all people were saying last year. One and done is the greatest way to extinguish this team and not have it burnt into our memory. We can forget about how awful it is aesthetically to watch them play. Chet who?
No, don't even go there.
Shea who? You heard me, Shea who? Boo-hoo-hoo, Shea who? I'm not boo-hooing. I'm celebrating. There was so much confetti in my hair after Saturday night. I thought I had dandruff.
I got some new shampoo, too, if you want to use it.
I'm thrilled. It is absolutely awesome.
Well, listen, the Spurs definitely made a whole lot of people happy.
Including me.
Because a lot of people were hoping that the Thunder would lose. And I do think we talked about this with Antonio Daniels, that I think the flopping, which is annoying, is slightly overblown. Like when you watch the Thunder, they play good ball, they play hard, they play defense, they're united. It's a good team. But I get the sentiment. What I don't like, though, actually, and you could have taken them out per se and had it be Denver or Milwaukee. I'm not a fan of this. Every other year, somebody winning. I like dynasties.
No, but a good dynasty. Don't you like a good dynasty?
I like Warriors and Cavs every year. Marking it down, put it in pen. This is what we're going to get. LeBron and Steph, Kyrie for a couple of few of those years, and Clay and Draymond and KD and all. Give me that. If I can, why am I not signing up to see greatness year in, year out? Why would I want to see the Celtics and the Lakers or so on and so forth when you get some good rivalries and good battles? So for me, that's what I walk away from this going, dang, it happened again. Well, we're going to have another one-time champ. Now, obviously, the Spurs will want to say, hey, no, if we win it, we're going to be right back at it. But to your point, with the Thunder, we don't know. Because it looks like the Spurs can win it and be a threat, but they might be back and forth. They're not winning maybe 8 years before they win it again. You never know. But I go back to this Thunder team. The one good thing for them that they've done, Rob, is be able to have a bunch of different young players and trade assets and draft picks. Because what they can do, what a lot of other teams can't, Rob, they can say we got our best player, SGA. We got our second best player, J-Dub. We got some ancillary nice pieces. And we got some ancillary nice pieces that can go. That'll be coveted, that we can trade, that we can get rid of. And we got mad first-round picks. So that's one reason why I don't think they're going to go away. Obviously, they're not going to be a dynasty.
But there's a big difference between coming back a couple years later. And I'm just saying, once you win back-to-back, remember, those Spurs team was Tim Duncan never won back-to-back. And that's why people don't have or hold it. Like I say it all the time. Tim Duncan won 5 out of 6 championships. He's never even mentioned. Mm-hmm. He could have easily been 6 for 6 like Michael Jordan, but they never won more than one in a row.
Which is crazy. It was like on the odd years, like 99, 03, right. 05, 07.
Do you know what I mean? It changes the way you look at it. And when you just talk about they're good, OKC could easily be Milwaukee, could easily be Toronto, and nobody's talking about those teams.
That's what's
they won a championship.
And that's why when you heard SGA, he talking about, I'll paraphrase, but he said, I failed. Because to me, that's exactly what this season was supposed to be for him. Excuse me. It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on the TV theme song Thursday. Big shout out to Scoop B. Brandon Scoop B. Robinson joined us. Brandon will get that up on the podcast. It was good to chop it up with him for a while, man. Doing great things, getting some insight on a few things. Even talked about the potential Giannis to the Heat. I've been reading a lot about that, Rob. Some potential there. I know you think he's staying, and I think he's going. We got wings on that, right?
You've heard, how many stories have you heard with him linked to so many places over the last couple of years?
Just have my wings ready, okay?
I will. I'm just saying, you can like, oh, did you hear that? People have been saying this for the last 2 years. That's all.
I hear you. That's a fair point. But here's where the one for me, Rob, when and you got to feel me on this. Losing makes you want to do this. Okay, I get that. I understand that. But last quickly.
I was gonna say, don't forget we got this.
Yep, real quick. Once he started with the team, like, oh, they're trying to tank, and I want to get a lawsuit and legality into it. That's when I think I think that where we got to sever. Not just we have a disagreement about how we're playing and things like that, but we'll talk about that as the NBA offseason rolls along. All right, by the way, for over 40 years, Tire Rack's been helping customers find the right tires for how, for what, and for where they drive. Ship fast and free, backed by free road hazard protection with convenient installation options like mobile tire installation. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. It is now time for Shop Talk.
Ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
Now, it's Shop Talk.
All right, it is time for Shop Talk, where we cook up something that has nothing to do with sports. And this one is brought to you by none other than Robert Jedediah Jenkins Parker III. And this was it last week, I believe it, Robs, when you came in the studio and you told us, man, I'm trying to order something, and I keep selecting the right size, but Amazon keeps switching it. Tell us more about it.
Yeah, I was trying sometime with the dress shirts, right? I'm not wearing. I wanted to get a 2X. Just because for the neck sometimes, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not, Kelvin, you don't wear ties all the time like you used to.
Right,
so I don't have to have it, like, all the way tight at my neck. So I put a 2X into my cart, and I'm trying to check out. And when I check out, I look at the size. I always check to make sure. And it says XL instead of 2XL. So I empty the cart. I go and I order another 2XL, put it in the cart, go to checkout. And there's an XL in the cart again.
Right.
And I'm like, well, I know I put a 2XL in the cart. Why do they keep switching the sizes on me? And then an AI message pops up, and it says basically that you always order an XL and that's your right size. What are you doing ordering XL?
Yo,
I could be buying it for somebody else.
And that's where this AI stuff's getting. The only AI I really wanted to acknowledge was Allen Iverson. Okay, this is getting weird. It's getting strange. Monty trying to act like his wife. Nah, baby, you always order an extra large. I'm trying to save you some trouble, baby. What do you mean, AI?
Right, like they don't want me to have to return it or something. Monty, have you ever? I put a 2XL in my cart. Why won't they let me buy a 2XL?
That's so annoying. That would drive me crazy. I'd be like, am I crazy? Am I losing my mind?
That's what I thought.
There's no way you didn't feel like that. Stupid for a second.
And they even realized it. That's why, Alex, the AI message popped up.
Mm-hmm.
Because they probably saw me trying to cancel the order every time and then try to order another XL. Have you had this or problem? Or?
Not necessarily like that, but I believe it. My biggest issue are these like self-checkout grocery stores now, because they go above and beyond to be like, oh, excuse me, it looked like you placed something on something else and didn't pay for this item. I was like, I just scanned both of them.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, somebody else is walking out with a cart full of stuff.
Right.
Am I right?
Rob, it's like, where's the limit where we need us?
Crazy
again?
crimes the last 2-3 years.
Oh, that's crazy.
I saw some like 20-year-olds walk in, 5 minutes later come running out, Rob, with arms full of liquor, and they just were like, hey, stop. I seen somebody talking to somebody at CVS. I said, man, y'all still got the deodorant locked up? You know, you got to go press the button for them to open it up.
Mm-hmm.
They said, man, people. I said, they still like that?
They still deodorant. Deodorant's a big. I don't know what the black market is for it or whatever, but they have to lock up deodorant.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and the lady told me why. She said it's too expensive, and she said, and you know what, sir? I don't blame him. She was like, it's hard out here. $12 for deodorant. It's crazy.
Yeah.
And one guy said, Rob, that they grab trash bags in the store. They grab a box of trash bags, open it up, walk through still, because he knows once he steps foot outside the store, they can't do anything to him legally. So he just runs out.
I've seen them do stuff like they can if they really want to. I've seen them chase people out the door.
And just people are getting involved, not the people working.
Right.
People that are standing by and watching it.
Yeah, moral of the story is the only AI we recognize is Allen Iverson.
Let me buy what I want. Let me buy a 2XL
Absolutely
shirt.
tired of it. Jordan jumping in the mix with the Knicks, by the way. It's the Odd Couple. You know what time it is. It's your boys.
Let's get it. The Odd Couple is fun.
Check.
And informative.
Check.
What's up, America? You want to talk sports with 1.5 of the best-looking guys in the game?
That game was incredible.
You are wrong. You'll be king of the water cooler.
What's it like working with Rob? Rob in his mind is like Chris Rock mixed with Richard Pryor, so I'm running out of fake laughs. Ha ha, Rob. Rob is very passionate.
Son, you ain't ready for this. I don't have BS in my game. I'm straightforward. I'm honest. You say Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time, but Eli Manning beat him twice. And, of course, it doesn't hurt that I'm right most of the time. Kelvin is the nice guy, wants to make everybody feel warm and fuzzy.
You done? Let me tell you the truth. I bring the energy, a youthful energy. Rob's not gonna see this, is he? And I bring an honest opinion. Michael Jordan, I can't take it anymore. I need a break. I'm gonna go play baseball.
Trash Talking Tuesday is the best.
It's a great opportunity for folks to call in and they get to trash whomever.
Who you trashing, Roger?
I'm trashing LeBron James and Michael Jordan.
Oh, okay.
They can't even hold Wilt Chamberlain's shoes.
Stop talking about the king like that. It's a new era. Let LeBron be the best, please.
I only recognize one king in the United States, and that's Burger King. The connection with the Odd Couple audience is incredible. We really invite them in.
And they can relate, whether it be things about our own personal lives or our takes on sports.
Love you guys. You guys are killing it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Thank you for rocking with your boys. They feel like it's just my guys, just my friends, and they join right in on the show.
We talk with the listeners, not at them.
Obviously, you can listen to us live, but you can still check out the podcast. You can check out our YouTube. You can check us out on social media. So in any way you want to get it, you can get it.
Yes.
There's some yelling. It is some hot takes. It's a whole lot of fun. I'll give you that.
It is fun. I agree. Begrudgingly.
The Odd Couple.
Sports talk that's too good and too fun.
Something
Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final is underway, and the Golden Knights have scored first. They lead the Hurricanes 1-0 after the first period. Las Vegas also leads the series 1-0. The NBA has given a lifetime ban to the fan that ran onto the court during last night's Game 1 in San Antonio to get a selfie with Victor Wembanyama. Another person connected to the incident also received a lifetime ban from the league. In the WNBA, the Fever lead the Dream 73-60 with about 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Caitlin Clark, she's got 14 points and 8 assists. Kelsey Mitchell, the leading scorer for the Fever, she's got 25 points. Angel Reese, she's got 10 points and 10 rebounds. In Major League Baseball, the Blue Jays lead the Braves 3-1 top of the 6th inning. The Twins are edging the Royals 4-3 top of the 5th. A's over the Cubs in Chicago 1-0 bottom of the 4th inning. And the Pirates lead the Astros in Houston 1-0 top of the 3rd. I'm Ansi Bolaños.
I've been covering this league since 1987.
Can this sports writer and this sports fan share a radio show without driving each other crazy? Now, live from the Fox Sports Radio studios, here's Fox Sports Radio's Odd Couple, Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington.
Our number three on a TV theme song Thursday. It is the Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington. Here on Fox Sports Radio, where we deliver insight, not noise. And guess what? Not only can you listen to us on the radio or listen to the podcast if you can't listen to us on the radio, you can watch us live on YouTube. The show is on every night, 7 to 10 Eastern. Do it! All you need to do is just search Odd Couple FSR on YouTube and then hit the subscribe button. It's so simple. You could also tap the thumbs up icon, comment away. Again, check us out on the YouTube. Just search Odd Couple FSR and subscribe. Don't forget, coming up in about 28 minutes, Foul Affair with J.R. Gamble. Of course, the managing editor of MLBBro.com. Very nice. Foul.
That's foul.
There you go.
Foul.
Foul. How do you spell that? And don't
that
forget,
is a foul ball.
And don't forget
F-A-W-L.
Yes, last call as well. So a lot of stuff to get to. Was that me laughing? What was that?
That's you at the end of our show. I never miss it because I never listen.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that?
You're ridiculous.
Oh man, that's the story of my life. Ridiculous. So this is an interesting story, Kelvin.
Did you hear that?
There you go.
Wait, Alex, were you there when he taped this?
Yes.
All right. How many takes did y'all do of that?
Rob Parker's a legend. It takes one take.
That was one take.
He's
Parker
one
right
take
there.
Parker.
There you go, right there.
Okay. Yeah.
I should have done. Kelvin said I should have done 10, right, to try to sound like a.
No, we just got to remix
man.
it now. It's been almost 2 years of it. We got to remix it. That's all I'm saying. Just needs a little remix.
It's okay. It's all good.
All right. So Rob, this one's interesting.
I was interested in the story, and I was glad to hear this. But let's go.
Yeah,
because we talked about this on the show.
Exactly. So for those who obviously big time listeners, you know about this already. If you're not, or if you just missed that particular day, we had a conversation about Rob was starting basically saying one thing we agree on, we don't often agree, is that James Dolan has been a ridiculous owner, and some of the stunts that he's made over the last 20 years. You brought up Charles Oakley being one. We all remember that scene, him pushing security and
they threw him out.
Watch, or threw him out, kicked him out. He hasn't been back since. And so now the conversation's become, and this was back in, he was arrested with that altercation back in 2017. So now the decision was made, of course, by James Dolan, who apparently is refusing him to come in. He won't let him come even current day as they're in the first finals appearance since 99. And so Rachel Nichols talked about the leagues. Basically, they're pulling out all the stops. They're saying, look, we got to rectify this. And they've gone as far as to even include Adam Silver and Michael Jordan, who we know is, if you don't know, he's one of Oakley's best friends since
100%
the Bulls back in the 80s.
That's
That's been his guy. He was like Jordan's protector when he was with the Bulls. And so they've tried to broker some peace deals, Rob. They tried to figure it out with James Dolan, but Jordan wasn't successful. Adam Silver wasn't successful. And apparently it's still, he's banned for life. And that's just what they're saying.
I'm going to say this, too. If you remember, and you could, Google it yourself, Spike had an incident, too, with Dolan and the Madison Square Garden. Don't you remember?
He had his normal VIP route that technically you're not supposed to take.
Players come in that
knows.
way, but he used to come in through that same
and
entrance
everybody knows who that is and who's been doing it. And then he blocked him. And I told you another thing that drives me crazy about James Dolan. So if you're literally doing your job as a journalist and you write something negative about him, and it's just not even a hit piece, you're just doing accurate journalism. He's banned journalists. He's banned lawyers who are suing, who their plaintiffs may be suing MSG for other things. So remember, it's not just the Knicks. They do a million other things. And they have facial recognition technology, Rob, where if you're a lawyer going to see a play, you're going to see Hamilton at MSG, beep, boop, boop, it picks you up, and you literally can't get into there going to see your play. It's just been crazy. So Jordan trying to figure this out. And remember, Dolan has said it's not, quote unquote, Rob, necessarily a lifetime ban. He said, I think it's the most important thing that we need to keep the guard in a place that's comfortable and safe for everyone who goes there. And this is in regard to Charles Oakley. He said he's concerned about his anger management issues and potential alcohol issues.
See, I'm glad that Michael Jordan is gotten involved, and even the commissioner, because I told you this too before. Like, people have their issues. We've seen Isaiah and Magic, right? Make up on television and talk it out, and they had a falling out. They used to be best of friends, vacation, all that. Things happen in life, and it's just that game. And when you share, Kelvin, blood, sweat, and tears, and you're trying to win and all that, and it's a teammate, and you know what I mean? You spend the amount of time. This is not like a regular job. I just can't. You could leave a job, you're working a 9 to 5, Kelvin, and you have a riff with somebody at the job, and you move on. You can move on. No. We were around each other every day for 6 months, more than you with your significant other. We've cried together, laughed together, played cards together, showered together. You know what I mean? Like, you become like a brother to each other. And that's why I think it's so important, and why they can't just let it go. And Charles Oakley was the ultimate teammate. As somebody who covered Charles Oakley during those days with the Knicks when I was a beat writer for the Daily News in New York, people used to always say, oh, it's a shame that Patrick Ewing's never going to win or didn't win a championship. I used to say it's a shame Charles Oakley. Nobody dove into the crowd. Nobody dove for more loose balls. Nobody defended their teammates more than Charles Oakley. And I'm not saying that he's above, penalty. Yeah, reproach, and he's didn't do anything wrong, and he's been totally railroaded. I'm saying both sides can soften and understand what it means for both sides.
That's the key part,
That's
Rob.
it. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's just saying that's the key part to me is that Oakley, I guarantee you, he done said some things that's upset people.
No doubt.
He and maybe there has been some alcohol issues. But my thing is, to your point, every now and again it's okay to be the bigger person. Every now and again it's okay to extend that olive branch, right? And to say, hey, you know what? This man meant a lot to us. I'm not going to lie, this season, this run, this energy for the city, for this team means a lot. And James Dolan, if you ever want to get in the good graces of the city of New York, and you do this. You come out and you extend an olive branch. You say, yo, man, I may have been handled some things, said some things. You obviously did some things wrong, but we're family. This Knicks thing is a family. To me, this is how you build the culture of the Knicks. So really the culture of the Knicks is the fans more than anything else. And because the fan base has been, I'll give them credit, with them through it all, up, downs, good, bad. And so to me, this is a chance. If you're James Dolan and you've ticked off the fans, you'd have made them mad about this. You care about your band, your garage band more than you do the team. You're skipping out on lottery draft picks and all this stuff. You're kicking out players. This is the time to make it right during a great season where I believe they're going to win, but obviously we'll have to wait and see. But this is it. Game 3. You bring them in. Now, maybe you do a game 4, Rob, because the president will be there, as was announced Game 3. So maybe you wait to Game 4 to kind of give it its own, own light to shine on that moment that is not hijacked by the president. But
I got one I want to share with you. Go ahead.
What's that?
All right. So this is one. So George Steinbrenner fired Yogi Berra as the manager of the Yankees, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Yogi was really mad at George. And, Yogi Berra's all-time won 10 World Series with the Yankees. You know what I mean? He's a legend.
Yep.
And was really, really mad about the whole thing. And so they had a feud. He fired him just after 16 games of the 1985 season. It just started, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Yogi held a grudge. You know how long their feud was, Kelvin?
How long?
14 years.
Yeah.
Yogi wouldn't come to Old Timers Day, wouldn't have anything to do with the Yankees. Both him and George, they just oil and water, whatever. And I believe it was Susan Wallman, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, the broadcaster, who engineered that these two, because they were getting older in age and what just felt like you guys don't want to die not having made up. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
and they both mean too. I mean, obviously you're the owner, but he means so much to the organization. He's better in the fold for the collective.
There's a karma too. You don't want to be doing that. And I know some players will turn the other way, but deep down they're like, "Oh, if I say something, I'm gonna be next." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how you got to look at it.
Oh, that's a real thing. Players look at how, dang, if he was the star and you treat him like that, how would you do me if I?
Exactly. And then don't forget. Jerry Jones, right? And
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy Johnson finally made up. They had a long. Jimmy Johnson was mad too when
boy, if y'all don't get it together sooner, people.
But do you know what I'm saying? So these things have happened where people have these kind of feuds, and you think we talked about Magic and Isaiah, right? Like
that's a tough one because that was personal best friends. That wasn't even just player and coach or something.
Right.
That was
these
best
are guys
friends
who used to kiss before the championship game on the cheek. You remember?
Hey, yo!
They did.
No, they did. Family trips every summer.
Hold up.
They were like, but a lot, I think, younger people really don't understand how close they were.
How close, Kay?
They were crazy close, dude. They used to travel around families, and then they would travel. They were both young and would travel with Michael Jackson around because he was obviously Michael Jackson. And then it just got mixed up and crazy. And they probably went. So that was what, Rob? 80? Was it the 88 finals or the 89 one? Whichever one. But from then on, it probably went on for what, 20 years?
It was a long time. And
25
then
maybe.
But they got there, and I'm just saying. Michael Jordan is on another plateau, right? He could just be oblivious of it and be like, whatever, I can't get involved in this.
I'm dealing with NASCAR right now.
Exactly. I'm taking NASCAR to court and beating them, right? And he beat him in court. But you get my point, and yet Michael Jordan and the commissioner, even the commissioner, why would the commissioner be involved? He works for the owners, right? The commissioner works for the owners. So he could easily, because it was a bad scene. I still can't get the scene out of my mind. I'm serious as somebody, because I've never seen ex-player get treated like that. Not in public. I'm dead serious.
And to your point, even if it happened, for it to be this long to not be rectified. And by the way, to make sure I'm fair, Charles Oakley admitted he maybe went a little overboard. And
nobody's saying he didn't do anything.
And he has apologized. That's the part, Rob. You know he prideful. He is very prideful. And for him to, hey, I was wrong. He's apologized since then. To me, it's like, all right, we got what else can the man do? You know what I mean? I've apologized. I've admitted it. I love the Knicks. It's in my blood. Literally, we go Patrick Ewing. Who's the next person we say? Charles Oakley.
And he says, I'm rooting for this team. I don't have any ill will towards the players. He's like, but this is just, it's a personal thing. I love the idea. These are things that you would say, why is the commissioner Michael Jordan getting involved? Because I think it's important. I really do. When you put your blood, sweat, and tears into stuff, and you're a player and you're identified with an organization, he was a fan favorite, Kelvin.
Oh, without a doubt. Still is.
Yep.
Still, like we use the example, Bill Laimbeer in Detroit. Like, he wasn't the best player. I was Isaiah, but for that run, you could argue he might have been, Joe Dumars, talented-wise.
Right.
But, heart of the team, it was Bill.
And that's how it is. All right, we want to hear from you, 877-99 on Fox. Where are you on the whole feud between, Oakley and Dolan? should the commissioner and Michael Jordan get involved? It's water under the bridge. You don't care. You care. Is there a karma thing? Just your idea and your thoughts on this, because I think it is big for a commissioner and the arguably the greatest player ever to feel compelled that they need to try to get this ironed out.
Mike don't stick his neck out all the time.
No,
so
that's what I'm
when
saying.
he does, it really means something.
All right, 877-99 on Fox. We want to hear from you. What do you think? It is The Odd Couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington, where we deliver insight, not noise, and we value your phone calls. We value your opinion. 877-99 on Fox. And you know what you need to do. Stick and stay.
Especially if you like to shower with your boys in the US of A.
Hold up.
Becky Hammond, you'll recall a few years ago, she raised some eyebrows when she was on ESPN during the playoffs talking about Jalen Brunson. She said, quote, if your best player is small, you are not winning. Well, now, flash forward to May 2026, Jalen Brunson is the quarterback of the hottest thing since sliced bread.
Yeah, but wait a minute. And the thing that kills me is now it's about Jalen Brunson, but you said it. When did the team turn around when Mike Brown made a change to where everything was facilitated through
Cat?
Okay,
Big
go ahead.
facts.
I'm just saying that, like you can't have it both ways. Like when they made that change, he played hero ball in those games in Atlanta, and they lost, and then he made the change. So is it the change or is it Jalen Brunson?
I think he's playing. They're playing better as a whole. He's still the guy. He's the.
But
engine.
I'm just saying, like,
yeah. But they finally found a better offensive way to
good.
get everybody involved.
So, of course, with the Knicks headed to the NBA Finals, Becky Hammond was asked about her infamous comments this week. Here's her response.
You're taking a little bit of grief from what you said about Jalen Brunson.
You are. I'm not big in that.
I never said, hey.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying.
No, I mean, I speak from experience, and I never, Allen Iverson got MVP, and he lost in the finals, and I think the two best teams are probably in the West. But I'm up for being proven wrong. And that's the other thing is I think Jalen Brunson's a hell of a player, hell of a player. I'm speaking historically on the NBA with what I said. I don't know why that's being brought, like why everybody's so stuck on that. I said it 2 years ago. I stand by it.
I'm letting you clear the air.
There's no air to be cleared. I said what I said. He proves me wrong. He proves me wrong. I mean, good for him. But I do think the two best teams are in the West.
We know who you like, right?
Oh, well, you know who I'm cheering for.
Hey, I'm with Becky. Becky, I'm with you. I stand with Becky. She's talking about historical. She is. We've talked about it before. She's not breaking any news. And when the Knicks lose with Jalen Brunson, is anybody going to go back to her and go, hey, Becky, you were right? How many people going to go back to Becky and say she was right? No. So I'm glad that she didn't back down. She's not like some of the callers with Kelvin. You know what I'm saying?
Let me calling you back. Rob. Okay, you right, Rob. I'm sorry I called.
I don't have any issue with Becky. She's talking about historically. She's backed it up. Allen Iverson was an MVP. Mm-hmm. Allen Iverson did come to Los Angeles, Rob G, and win game one of the NBA Finals, right?
Stepped over Ty Lue.
And then what happened?
That was it.
That was it. That's all I'm saying. And it doesn't mean are the Knicks for sure going to win the NBA championship, and then you can put that to rest. And she said it. If he proves me wrong, I'll gladly acknowledge that he was right and I was wrong.
You know what I love about her? That she stood on business. She was on some Rob Parker. I call her Becky Parker right now. She was on her brand muffin bag. She was consistent with it. No, listen, she's right, and I want her to be so wrong. Just as a, not the tallest person in the world, formerly 4'11" in high school. I told you that. Thank God I grew some.
I can't believe you were 4'11".
I know. I can't believe it. Told you,
you had to be bullied, right? Did they bully
No.
you?
What? Come on now. See, now you took it too far.
Why?
Come on, man.
I would have bullied you if you were 4'11" in high school.
First of all.
I was 6'1".
First of all, your boy had hands.
Okay.
Second of all, your boy's charming. Are you kidding me? Well, they were bullying. You know what I'm saying? Third of all, I was cool with the ladies and the teachers and everybody was cool. I was cool. I was like,
the girls thought you were like cute, right?
Well, the juniors and seniors, they just put me on their hip like a little baby. They said, now, when you go through puberty, come here. You so cute when you get older. I was like, so, yeah, juniors and seniors a little rough.
I can't imagine. I was never 4'11", I don't think.
Well, I think you were for a minute. I don't think you came out the womb 6'4". Okay. But, yeah, I kept growing. So, my point is, I wanted to be wrong. But history has proven we only really have, Rob, 2 examples. Zeke, which, as you know, you obviously spent all those years in Detroit. Isaiah Thomas, Zeke. And then Steph Curry, more recently. That's really it. We have guys who were good. We have guys who gotten close. We have guys who were dominant. But those are the only 2. We got Steve Nash, back-to-back MVP. But he never got to the finals. We got Chris Paul.
There were a lot,
arguably the best player at point guard for a decade. He got to the finals when he was like third or fourth fiddle with the Suns, but I mean he never got there when he was with the good teams, when he was with the Rockets, when he was with the Clippers. Never able to do it. Allen Iverson, as she mentioned, he got there. He was that guy for years. We know that. Never could quite pull it off. So I want her to be wrong, but unfortunately history has proven that she's right.
Professional wrestling fans, the action continues every week. TNA Thursday Night Impact every week. Don't miss the adrenaline, the drama, and the total nonstop action as you watch your favorite TNA wrestling stars. For showtimes and more information, visit TNAWrestling.com.
Is this the Hammer cartoon?
Hammerman theme, yes.
That is funny. Odd couple, Rob Parker, Kelvin Washington on a TV theme song Thursday. Man, hey, get it right. Hey, get it right.
Go, Rob.
Go, Rob. Boy, you too legit to quit. Please, Robert, don't hurt him.
You remember, that was it. I never had a pair of those pants.
No, you ain't had no parachute pants?
Parachute pants or whatever. I think,
Come on,
Elijah,
man.
did you have a pair of those?
I had a pair.
No, Elijah.
It was either those
Kelvin,
or the
I knew
Skids.
you had a pair. I knew you
remember
had a pair.
Skids? Man, I had the whole look.
Are you talking about underwear or shoes? What are you talking
No, pants.
Oh,
there were some
okay.
pants called Skids, believe it or not. They
Rubbed
had
it in their face big time.
The logo was like a car making skid marks, like burnt, in the street. I had a 6-inch, they used to call China wall when I was in elementary. So imagine like flat, like you had waves, and then it came up like a ramp, it was 6 inches.
Only 6?
Only 6-inch wall? Is that what you said?
Hey, yo!
I don't even know why I put it in the show. I literally cannot stand y'all. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Just be a
Alex,
fun guy.
what more do you want from
just
me?
be a fun
What
guy.
more do you want from me?
I'm a fun guy.
We
That's
know
all
you
we
are
want.
because you have the 6-inch wall. So you're fun.
Only 6?
I mean, okay. See, y'all gonna get me fired. So
I'm
listen,
just saying. I used to go into. Never mind. Let me hold that.
Don't get fired.
See?
Right.
Rob, we both can't get fired now. It's gonna be the no couple. Ah, man, our couple, Rob and Kelvin. By the way, stream us live wherever you happen to be at the iHeart app. Catch us on all your favorite Fox Sports Radio shows live 24/7 in the new and improved iHeart app. Just search Fox Sports Radio in the app to stream us live all day, every day. And be sure to select Fox Sports Radio as one of the presets in the iHeart app so it'll always pop up at the top of your screen. Foul or fair? Foul! With J.R. Gamble in a moment right now. We're taking phone calls, just talking about, again, Michael Jordan. Now we found out, thanks to Rachel Nichols, that Michael Jordan has tried to get Charles Oakley back good with James Dolan. Commissioner Adam Silver's tried to no avail, still no Oak. Maybe they surprised the world game 4. I doubt it's game 3 because President Trump will be there. But how do you feel about this, man? And a lot of people responded the last time we did this, Rob.
Yep.
And they were saying that, hey, you guys are missing. Oakley was a this. He said that. He was bad to Patrick Ewing. So, maybe you feel differently. 877-99 on Fox. Who we got?
All right, Tyrone in Tennessee. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Tyrone?
What up, OGs? How's it going?
Doing great.
What's good?
I tell you, man, I think it's going to be paramount, and I'm going to explain myself. It's going to be paramount for Dolan to lay down the sword and allow Charles Oakley at game 3 or game 4, whichever one. It's going to be paramount because this is the first time the Knicks are going to be having games in the Garden in 27 years. And I got news for everybody. I'm just going to keep it real with you. San Antonio going to run you out the gym tomorrow night. And I think they're going to win both games in New York. So, Dolan, you need to go ahead and get ahead of this, let them in the building, so that way can kind of get in the way of you getting your butt with both games in the Garden, and people can go, okay, well, at least he let Oakley back in the building, feel good story. Because can you imagine San Antonio winning both games, and then you don't let Oakley in? Oh, man, you going to continue to be
wait.
number one.
Now, here's the thing. Who is this? What's your name
That
again?
was Tyrone in Tennessee.
Tyrone. Ain't no way. If to your own point, Tyrone, listen.
Thanks for the call.
All right, appreciate it. If they let Oak in game 3, 4, whatever it is, the Spurs, I guarantee, like Charles Barkley says, the Knicks winning that. Ain't no way they losing with Oak in that building.
James in Nashville. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, James?
Hey, guys, thanks for having me on, man.
Yes, sir.
Before I get to my opinion about this Dolan and Oakley situation, I don't know if y'all realize this or not, but the worst grudge holder was Tommy Lasorda. I mean, Bill Russell was like his second child. And after Bill Russell took over for Tommy Lasorda,
right,
they had this huge argument. And I think Tommy Lasorda went to his grave still holding a grudge against Bill Russell, the famous shortstop for the Dodgers. But I digress. I just want to say this about the whole situation. I don't care what Charles did in 2017. Like you guys have said, he's made amends. He's apologized.
Yes.
Let's just move on with it. And before I get off here, Oakley's a great guy. Y'all know what a good guy he is.
I covered him. I covered him as a player, so I do know.
Yeah, and nobody's perfect. And I'm going to say this real quickly. If Dolan does not forgive the guy and move on, no real man holds grudges. A man who holds grudges like that, he squats when he pees. That's all I got to say about Dolan, and I'll hang up and listen.
All right. Wow. When somebody apologizes, that's all you can do.
I mean,
know what
literally,
I mean?
he say, "Yo, I'm sorry," and that's hard for somebody like an Oak to swallow his pride and do that. But he did that, man. Come on, dude. City would erupt.
Oh, big time. Michael in New York. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Michael?
Hello, is this on?
Yes, it is on.
It's on.
New York forgot it's Wemby.
New York forgot it's Wemby.
All right. Thank you, Michael, for that. Appreciate it.
Hey, I think he was.
We got
on
one
team.
more.
You think
real
he's
quick.
team with me?
Yes, one
Nixon.
more. Philip in Oklahoma. You're on the Odd Couple Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Philip?
Rob, Kelvin, how's it going?
Doing great. How are
Phillip,
you, buddy?
I just got off late work, 11 hours, but I had to listen to my guys.
We appreciate that.
It.
No
Hopefully
doubt.
you get tomorrow off, player.
Hey, Philip, how long have you been listening to the show? Just curious.
2 years now.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, Philip.
Makes my evening, man.
Awesome. So what do you think? Should they just should Dolan bury the hatchet here, man? I mean, Oakley's apologized. The commissioner's involved. Michael Jordan's trying to get involved. Come on, man. There's no reason to have this grudge.
He's got to be the bigger man.
He's the guy.
At some point.
Yeah, he's the one who ordered the security guards to throw him out, right? I don't know.
And you know what else, Rob? Too. This is. I said it earlier. This would be good graces. You know what I mean? Like, this would be like Dolan, all the wrongs, all the little things that the crowd hate. Because remember, he walks around his own building and people say, fire Dolan or sell the team.
Remember, that wasn't that long ago. I mean, I agree. Like, there's a lot of stuff. And again,
in good graces.
There was a thing with Spike at one point. There's other people, not just Charles Oakley.
I think it's just a great chance for him to get ahead of this and actually get some good graces with them as well. All right. We're gonna check in with Monty now. We have, of course, J.R. Gamble going to join us for File Affair with him in just a moment.
But first, Monty Bolaños.
Thank you.
Bolaños.
It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old.
It never gets old.
It never gets old.
Why did I say the whole thing country? Right now, Monty Bolaños.
I know. And then, yeah, you said it. You said it with country. You said it fast. You were really into it. You just got excited. It's all good. It's all good.
My Bolaños has a first name. It's O-S-C-A-R. That might have been one of the that one. And what was the Sade song we sang for you?
Your Burger's King.
Not that one.
No,
there was another
it
one.
was a different one.
It was a different one.
Smooth Operator. It was something like that.
I think it was Smooth Operator. Yes. No, I love when you serenade me.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, me and Wemby.
Well, Scoop took that job today.
Don't be hating. Don't be hating. All right,
listen,
as he said.
Girl, if you wasn't off the mark, I've been done Chuck Woolery this thing, Love Connection.
Monty, we talking about this one?
Here we go. Here we go. Monty's a smooth operator. Operator. Smooth operator. Operator.
So good. I think it's better than the Wemby song, if I'm going to be completely honest
Wait a
with
minute.
you.
Not that we have a whole album at this point, Rob. How we got a whole album?
We're gonna put together the best of album.
You really should.
We got plenty.
We got plenty.
We could put some tracks
Don't
together.
forget the Bill Belichick song. Remember that one?
Who can? Who
Caleb
can forget
song?
it?
Caleb song.
Yeah.
Burger's King.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sam Darnold song?
We don't have that one.
We're still waiting on that one.
RJ
That's like the
Gamble
detox
waiting here,
album.
so I'll be quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Be quick. Golden Knights have scored again. They lead the Hurricanes in Game 2 of the Stanley Cup Final 2-0 halfway through the second period. Las Vegas also leads the series 1-0. When it comes to Major League Baseball, the Braves the Braves are losing at home to the Blue Jays, 3-1, top of the 8th inning. Rain delay between the Royals and the Twins, but the Royals are up now 6-5. It's been going back and forth. The A's have extended their lead over the Cubs 4-1, bottom of the 6th inning there, and the Pirates are up on the Astros 1-0, bottom of the 5th inning. Lastly here that I'll tell you, Rob, did you hear what's going on with Aaron Judge? Aaron Judge has been sidelined because they thought he had a bruised rib, but they're worried that that's not it. He has gone through 3 different types of imaging in the last 24 hours. They can't figure out what's wrong. They saw a specialist, Dr. Gregory Pearl, who specializes in thoracic outlet syndrome management, which is something common in pitchers. It affects your shoulder to your neck and then your nerves, and it can cause a bunch of pain. If he has this, it's going to be like he's out for a really big chunk of time.
I know everybody holding their breath in Yankee land because they have the pitching people think to get to the World Series this year, and now they're big.
And now
bat.
this,
Yep.
and they need him. They could use him right now.
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, back to you guys.
Yeah.
Thank
All
you,
right,
Monty.
Thank you.
Jess.
All right, have a great night too, Monty.
You too,
It's the Odd Couple, Rob and Kelvin on of course, TV thing. So on Thursday, it's been a great show so far. Appreciate you all sticking with us throughout. And of course, it is now time for Fair or Foul with J.R. Gamble.
That ball is. It was a big week in the big leagues.
Who's up?
I don't believe it! My, oh my! Is it foul or is it fair? And now, from MLBBro.com, here's J.R. Gamble.
What's up, JR? We're playing foul or fair today. Sorry about getting the questions to you, filling in for Rob G today. But I did play baseball, so I might know more baseball than Rob G. I don't know. Did Rob G play baseball?
No.
No? He knows baseball, though. He knows baseball.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But how you doing today, JR?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you fellas? I was just coming from a baseball game, as a matter of fact.
That's right. How my godson do? Did he get any hits?
He did all right today. He had a walk. He didn't get any hits today. He was 0 for 2 with a walk.
Okay.
He thinks that's all right, but
nah. He's better than that. My godson is a really good baseball player. But go ahead. Let's do it.
There we go. All right, so the first question. Kyle Tucker got paid the massive contract this offseason, hitting just .243 with .739 OPS. 4 Dodger outfield prospects, James Tibbs, Mike Serrata, Jose DePaula, and Zaire Hope, have been crushing in the minors. Now, not all of them are ready for the pros yet, but foul or fair, this is going to be an all-time bad contract for the Dodgers.
Foul.
That is a foul ball.
Now, I don't believe that. The Dodgers have money to throw around. They always have. Kyle Tucker's a professional. He'll get out of his little swoon. There's no need to panic and bring up guys from the minors, anything of that nature. And as far as bad contracts go, I don't see it. 243 is not that far in the first half of the season. Some low power numbers. That's not the end of the world. Kyle Tucker will play to the back of his baseball card by the end of the season. Plus, look what team he's playing for. My goodness. You know, they get stronger as the year goes on. And you know, the Dodgers just play for the playoffs and the World Series. So as long as Kyle Tucker's in the groove come August, September, they'll be fine.
I'm going to say foul.
That is a foul ball.
It's just we just started June. Like if this was mid-August and he had 7 home runs, then I would be a worry. But this is June, so I'm not there yet, Kelvin. I'm not gonna. I just can't. I can't go there yet.
You can't.
I ain't gonna belabor it either. It's foul, and I'll tell you.
That is a foul ball.
Hit on, of course, a couple of them. One is the Dodgers have the luxury, JR. They don't even need him right now. Hey, bro, just get hot. Come, once we start getting around late July, August, so you can get in a rhythm. Then come on. Matter of fact, he can mess around and do nothing until the postseason, and it will have been worth it. They're competing for championships, and if they got to go out and spend a little money to get a guy who can help, and if it ultimately, let's say it just didn't work, they're going to always say, we took a chance, we took a risk. That's what happens when you're only competing for championships. So I agree with you guys, foul.
All right. All righty, foul or fair with J.R. Gamble here. Mookie Betts is hitting just .189 with an OPS of .632. Last season, Betts had an underwhelming year on the plate as well. .258 with an OPS of .732. Now, obviously, he's still an elite defender, but he hasn't had an OPS over .800 since the 2024 season. Is it foul or fair to say Betts is washed offensively?
Whoa. Foul.
That is a foul ball.
Dude, who came up with that? That's a little harsh. Wash?
I came up with that. You can blame me. Rob G would never ask that.
No, he's not washed, but you can't deny that we are seeing a slight decline in his all-around greatness offensively, which is understandable. How old is Mookie now? Approaching 35 years old, right? So he's played a while. He had this sickness last year that threw off his season at the beginning of last season. I don't know if he's ever truly recovered from that and what it's done to his body. We haven't to talk about.
All right, hey.
All right, I think we got him. Yeah, well, go ahead, Rob.
I'm going to say foul as well.
That is a foul ball.
And Kelvin, only from this standpoint, if he was healthy these last 2 years and putting these numbers up, I would be concerned. The first year, last year, he lost 20 pounds to start the season. He's not even a big guy, and he hasn't been healthy. I want to see him healthy for an extended period of time. And if he's still not hitting and not putting up the numbers, then I'll have a different conversation.
Here's where we finally disagree. I think it's fair.
It's a fair ball.
I think it's fair to say that the best version of him may be gone, and I think that's okay because if he's playing great shortstop, if he ever has to go back out in the field, and he's being great in the locker room, and if he's giving you, 80% of what the normal Mookie, 75% of what the normal Mookie back when he was, MVP candidate Mookie, then you'd be okay with that, considering, age and just what all he's done over the last 5-6 years. So I think it's fair to say he might not ever be as great as he was, but if he's still just really, really good, one of the better baseball players, you'll take it.
All righty. So at least we have a disagreement on one. Foul or fair with J.R. Gamble here. So now we'll go to Paul Skeens. Didn't last 5 innings again his last outing yesterday. He gave him 7 hits. In fact, he hasn't had a quality start since May 12th, and his ERA on the season's up to 3.09. I mean, for most pitchers, that's great. For him, you would say, well, I don't know. Is it foul or fair to say that we should be worried about Skeens as an ace moving forward the rest of this specific season?
JR, you there? Okay.
That is a foul ball.
Yeah, I mean, Paul Skeens, he's letting you know, I don't want to be in Pittsburgh. Like, we know this. Look, there's a level of greatness that he displayed that I don't think he can consistently display on that team. I don't feel that he's inspired lately, and I feel like he's just going out there and throwing. And he needs something to inspire him, to get him going, to make him actually want to shut people down. I can't wait until the Pirates just do this man a favor and trade him to the Yankees.
I'm going to say foul.
That is a foul ball.
But and not because JR, I don't buy your. He's not trying to lose or what. They got.
I say he's tanking.
Actually, the Pirates are actually over 500. Here we are in June. The season is not over. They actually have a winning record and have been playing decent baseball. So this isn't the year for him to be doing what you're saying he's doing. And you know
they ain't
what?
winning nothing.
No, I'm just saying. But they got a decent team, and I think that he'll bounce back. His resume and the back of his card, Kelvin, is strong to me. And this is just you can't strike everybody out. You can't win every game.
Yeah, this is foul to me.
That is a foul ball.
If you look at, some of the great pitchers over the last 10, 15 years, they have some moments. Obviously living here, working with the Dodgers, like Kershaw had some little blips here and there where you're like, all right, he's in a struggle, but, struggling a little bit. Yoshinobu Yamamoto had a couple of moments and some hiccups early and then obviously right the ship. So it happens with star pitchers. We still got a lot of baseball. He'll right the ship. He'll get it going. He'll remind you I'm either number 1 or number 2 next to Scooble, however you want to place him, and he'll be fine.
All right.
To your point, a 3 ERA is the team he plays for god awful, and they don't score runs, so that's why he has to panic. I don't really think he's a 3.09 ERA on a team that could hit and actually score runs. We wouldn't be having this conversation. You shouldn't have to be Bob Feller every time.
There's no doubt about that.
Or Ohtani, JR. You could just say Ohtani. Okay. He's at like .82.
Yeah, but he don't have enough innings to qualify.
He doesn't pitch against anybody, right, Rob?
That's right.
He against anybody.
He hasn't pitched against anybody. Ohtani's pitched against so many cupcakes. You know what? I got a toothache from watching him. That's how bad it is.
That's what y'all gonna eat. All right, we'll call him Shohei New York Knicks because they ain't played nobody. They gonna win a whole championship.
JR, thank you, my man. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, bro. No doubt. JR Gamble there, as we always do with him. Foul or fair. Give him a follow at Fanalyst. That's FANALYST1. You can give him a follow there. All right, Rob. Last call already.
That's right. Get in.
877-99 on Fox, 877-99 on Fox. Last call with the Odd Couple. Hit us up, Fox Sports Radio.
It's last call time on the Odd Couple. If you had a take and couldn't get in all show, here's your chance. Your call's important to us. Call us at 877-99 on Fox. Hurry up. Rob and Kelvin got to get out of here.
All right. Yes, but a big story coming out of Georgia. In the college baseball world. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but University of Georgia star Trey Phelps, 19 homers on the season, first team All-SEC player. Really good for the Bulldogs. Hit a go-ahead 2-run dinger in the 6th inning of their regional final in Athens.
And it was exciting. Did you see the video?
He blasted.
They were trailing 1-0. Hits the 2-run shot to put him ahead.
It's a shot. It's a monster shot.
It was a I think that ball is still coming down.
Yes.
He blasted it, right? While he's rounding first base, you see him gesturing towards the opposing dugout or the fan sitting above the dugout. We don't know. and he's continuing his celebration around the bases. By the time he touches home plate, 2 umpires met him there and said, son, you are ejected from this game. His coach came out to defend him and said, no, he wasn't talking to the Liberty dugout. He was pointing at his family who were sitting behind the dugout. He said, no, we've had enough of that. You're ejected too. So as a result, because of the rules, Phelps, who again, one of the best players for Georgia, ejected from that game, which they ended up winning, and now suspended for their next game of the tournament.
Just awful. Kelvin,
yeah.
You want to start? Go ahead.
Go ahead, because I'm looking at something.
It's awful. That's not what you want to do. Throwing out the best player. That's not what we're here for. Come on, man. He didn't do anything. He didn't point at the pitcher. You know, I saw the second baseman barking at him more than anything, right? Like as he was running the bases.
Bro.
As long as you keep that to yourself, and that's what he was. It wasn't against the other team. I just think it's wrong. It's misguided. What are we doing here?
I don't care if it was the other team. Man up. Rob Parker, if you're allowed to be riding around in a Ferrari or iced out chains because you can get NIL money and I can do all this, surely you're boy enough, man enough to take a little taunting, even if it was at them. Now, can you say something to them? Can you get a warning? Can you like in basketball, if you hold on to the ball or something at the dunk, they say taunting or they'll say delay a game. Can you give them something? Sure. But to toss him for that, and if you actually saw it, for those of you who haven't, make sure you go look at it.
How could you take a talent like that out of the game?
For nothing. He turns. He's on his way to first, and he turns. Imagine if he turns and looks towards the dugout, and you can kind of see him just jumping, like looking at he said it's his family. He didn't flick him off. He didn't do who used to be the wrestler, Rob G, where they do the whole, you know what I'm talking about. Triple H, do the Triple H little,
to your pelvic. Any kind of genitalia.
He didn't grab his genitalia. He didn't do anything. He just was jumping kind of like, yeah, y'all see it. That's what we're kicking people out. So we're saying, hey, student athletes, work hard. Dedicate your life to your sport. Dedicate your life to your academics. Work hard, show up, do everything right. Have a massive moment where you make a huge statement in a huge game, and then, you don't ever celebrate. Don't enjoy it. Don't reap the rewards of all your hard work because we'll suspend you and kick you out. And did it feel a little, was it too cultural? Was it too much flavor? Because we saw that happen to all the Afro Latinos and the black guys in baseball. Hold on now. Hold on, don't swing your bat. Don't have this. Don't make a move. Don't dance. Don't salsa. Don't throw your bat. Don't Batista and throw it up in there. What? Baseball has to loosen up.
That Batista bat flip is one of the all-time greats. I don't care what anybody says.
Iconic.
To hit a home run in that situation, right?
Bomb. Are you kidding? Right. And dude, every sport, Rob, hockey, they're allowed to literally beat each other over the brains. Basketball, you can have flavor, you can have your own pizzazz, you can dunk on somebody and scream, you can, a little bit of something. Football, man, they get a tackle for a loss and they're dancing in the backfield. And the idea that baseball, you blast a 2-run homer to save your team and you can't just enjoy it is ridiculous, and it is anti what me and you keep talking about, how baseball is progressing and moving forward and trying to get a younger base and doing well.
Now remember, this is college. Right?
I know, but I'm just saying these are the types of things that you don't need right now. That should have been a massive moment spreading on social media for positivity.
Instead, it was
not negativity.
Right. And the other thing, too, is baseball will police itself. In the old days, if you did a little too much celebrating,
he's coming your way.
Bob Gibson would let you know, like when guys pitch, they would be like, okay, you remember that?
Yep.
You better put your head down next time and run around the base.
Or the next batter.
Or the next
might not even be you. You just
it used to be like that. Yes, where they would just be like, okay, y'all celebrating, I got something for you to celebrate. And they'd hit you in the butt.
But I really ask you this, Rob, and Steve, because you guys covering baseball for eons, I get that something might have been a certain way. Let's take Golf Forever, right? Golf Forever was a certain way you didn't have. And then Tiger comes along, he's pumping the fist, he's got attitude, he's got charisma, and now you see a lot of the young guys replicating that a little bit. My point is, why I understand baseball legislates itself, but I'm really asking, what's wrong with the kids celebrating? Like, what isn't that kind of what makes sports fun?
from all your worries. Wouldn't you like
to get ski ba doo be dee be boom. Sometimes you
where
go.
everybody knows your name. Go ahead, Kelvin.
Rob Parker. Rob and Kelvin.
And you're always glad you came.
Who are we? The Odd Couple.
Where everybody knows your name.
One more time, Rob.
People are all the same. Everybody knows your name.
Rob Sterling Jr.
Rob and Kelvin.
Man, oh man, there's no better way to end a TV theme song Thursday here on The Odd Couple.
Alex, that got to be on the album when we drop the album.
Yeah, we're going to drop it out for Christmas. We got to put it all together, right?
For this Christmas holiday, The Odd Couple presents to you songs that are timeless like Burger King.
But we need that one. You got it? You ready?
Which one? Of course, I brought it up, Rob.
Here we go. Come on, Monty.
Hold up.
Your burger is king. You're the ruler for everyone. Your burger is king. I wrote that.
There must have been an angel by my side. Your love is king.
Wrap it in a bun.
Your burger is king.
Give me some extra pickles because your burger is king. Your meat is real.
Hey, yo.
Wait a minute. We got the Belichick song, too, Kelvin. I know we're going to get
and
to
other
last
timeless
call.
songs on this hit list even include great coaches like Rob's favorite, Bill Belichick.
Man, we
Was this the Belichick one? Yeah. We don't need no stinking cheaters.
They
we don't need you, Belichick. The evidence was all destroyed. Quit spying. All right, here we go. We got the other one, too. You remember? Hey. Belichick
feel at home. UNC, Mr. Belichick won't okay the way you do your thing. Ding, ding, ding.
Ding, ding.
And he'll get yours, Mr. Belichick, fooling around with that young stuff like you do.
Boo. Woo. All right, let's go.
Oh, my God.
This is the
last call. Let's go!
It's last call. Last call time on The Odd Couple.
Whatever you say, fooling around with that young stuff like you do. What a line that is, right?
I just gotta hold on to it so I can use it on you one day.
All right. Hey, yo. Hey, Jersey Mike in North Carolina, What's happening, Jersey Mike?
All right, so good to finally talk to my only two black friends.
Oh, there you go.
I'm from Jersey.
Wait a minute, is this Jersey Mike or Trump? Who's calling? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Well, you are fake news. About that because we're going to talk about Wembanyama, how we got to believe it's somebody coming from another country and making his childhood dream come true, like all of us are trying to do. And I believe in this Wemby kid. I'm inspired by him. I like baby faces, not heels. I'm a hardworking guy. At the end of the day, you want to see someone who works hard enough. And I know they're going to win it all, and I'll tell you why, because he wants it more, and it's all about
There you
desire.
go.
Now,
Thank you, Jersey Mike. We appreciate that. He's a Wemby guy. Nice.
Tell him he's only got one black friend left. I'm out on him.
There you go.
Go Knicks.
The Jason Smith Show with Mike Harmon is coming up next.
I never miss your radio show. I never hear it, so I never miss it.
Did you hear that?